in here.
Mr. Richardson. D, what's up with y'all? Hey guys, welcome back to the Hotshot Haven. It's me, Jonathan, and bringing you more informative content about this hotshot life, the trucking world. And today, I felt the need to actually come to y'all with a special guest. Let's see something.
Can you see that?
Yeah, that's right. Where's that skill?
Sorry, we had to turn on airplane mode.
Get on airplane mode, y'all. I see y'all coming on in here. I'm gonna let y'all get in here and kind of start over a little bit. Welcome back to the Hotshot Haven. I'm Jonathan, as you know, and I am coming here with a friend of mine that has traveled a extremely long distance because he want to sit down and talk to you guys via me about Hotshot, what he does, who he is, why I call him the Short Hop King, why I call him the Beast from the East, the Caucasian me. Y'all listen to me good now. This ain't no regular guy. This ain't no regular, hey, I got a truck and a trailer and I'm gonna be out here doing whatever. I call him the Beast from the East because one thing about it, I ain't seen nobody on the East Coast that actually move like this young man, really understand time the way he does, and as efficient as he is, and the maintenance game, it's ridiculous. I'm talking, it's borderline obsessive. Borderline obsessive, y'all, for real.
Till you wind up on the side of the road.
Exactly. But introducing the song, you know, presenting to others. A very good friend of mine drove from Rochester, New York, 1,031 miles to my house. Oh, I'm out. How you doing today, sir? Great to have you on the channel.
4th of July, baby. I made it to the round table.
All right, y'all. Well, you know, one thing I say about this trucking industry and this hotshot game and trucking in general, when you say you gonna pull up, what I do? You pull up. And hey, he said he pulled up, he pulled up. Now, I saw somebody in there that asked, did he deadhead?
Yes, I did.
From where?
I deadheaded from Tennessee.
From one state over, Tennessee. Pretty, hey, and to be honest with you, he told me, he was like, man, that ride right there from Tennessee, that's the longest deadhead I've ever done, ever. Period. Come down here and holler at me, but I'm not gonna continue to take up all the time talking. I want All Miles Matter to introduce himself, tell you a little bit of something about him and what makes him different, and you know, talk about his setup and just whatever you want to share with us about All Miles Matter, because indeed all of them matter.
All of them, every one of them.
I love that dude's name. That just is everything, y'all. But yeah, go ahead and tell them about yourself, man.
Well, All Miles Matter, I run the Northeast. We did a video a long time ago. We already covered that, but I do short hops, and short hops only. It works for me. I don't see the need to run 150,000 miles a week when the same money can be made doing short hops. So that's what I do. A lot of people don't like it because they got to tarp, untarp, load, unload, be here, be there, shipper, receiver, in, out, boom. And to me, I'd rather operate on a schedule, get up 4:30 in the morning, unload, be done by 7 o'clock at the end of the day, and still have time to do what I gotta do, and I'm still bringing in what the long haul guys bring.
All right, hold on. We're gonna interject right there and ask a couple of questions about what he just said. Because if y'all heard what he just said, y'all know that's quite abnormal. Now, there's a few people that I know that's doing it over there in VA and everything. Shout out VA Hotshot. That's my guy right there. What? Hold up, wait a minute. You said, hold on, man. You said that you get up and you at home all day about 7 o'clock.
Not home.
Well, done working.
Yeah.
Parked, finished,
done working, showered. 8 o'clock. If I ever make it to 8 o'clock, it's something happened at a receiver or shipper, or something happened where I couldn't stay on my schedule. But yeah, when you're short hopping, you want to unload, reload. That's your.
So you unstrap that load, get off from full property.
Quick, fast, in a hurry. I'm on the phone with them before I even get there to make sure that
y'all got my spine ready. Y'all got my spine for a little man. He ain't on break, is it?
Yeah, and don't bump into my trailer neither.
I'm gonna have a conniption. Hey, now that's very important to notate, because if y'all been any type of way familiar with this channel for a long time, really since its inception, you know I scream a phrase a lot of times, and it holds true. And what he's telling you is basically what I've been saying a long time. Time over everything. If you can learn to master time, you can learn to count money. What can't be done in a day don't count for today. It just couldn't be done. So when you talk about a guy, and this is the reason I really respect what he does, is because the pace that it takes to move at that pace is absolutely debilitating to
In the short hop world.
In the short hop world, it is debilitating. It is hard on the equipment. It's hard on the load securement items, the tarps. It's hard on you. Up, down, up, down, up, down, in and out truck, in and out truck. Most people pick up a load and ride for 2 days. At that pace, he's doing 5 days worth of work today. If you talk about that pace, he's doing a week worth of what more people do in a day. So when you think about short hopping and things like that, and being able to be done by the end of the day, the bigger consideration about a lot of this stuff is time, man.
Yep, it's time. Time management. If you can masterfully, you gotta really be on it. If you could do that, then you'll make it in the short hop world. If not, stay loading your trailer and running across the country. Keep doing what you're doing. I'll stay short hop, and I love it. But it takes, in order to be successful at short hop, you gotta have relationships. Because most of that short hop stuff is picked up as partials and it's gone. And that's why we stay in a certain part of the map, and we don't leave that certain part of the map.
What you say when you pull up and you don't know what you say when you first pulled up and you don't know nobody what?
You might not never have none.
You might not never have none.
Nothing.
Relationship, build a relationship. We've been talking about this a lot. If you've been on the channel a lot, that's one of the bigger things I stress. To the point where when you pick up the phone or they call you and they know it's you, they don't play with him. And it ain't because he tough Timmy.
No.
It's not because he's got the coldest setup known, the man that can move stuff no one else could possibly move. It's because they know he ain't moving for nothing. What's up with y'all, man? We in here, man. Welcoming everybody to the channel. Take the opportunity to click out and like it, share it, get some people in here. And because we talking about some real stuff today. And like I said, I just don't want everybody to think that when I say something or when I bring y'all content, it's my way or the highway. This man does his job and does it very well and very effectively with slightly different equipment with mine, but the philosophy is the same. This is a real hustler right here. This is a real hustler. And guess what? It ain't been peaches and cream, and the road ain't always been paved with gold. But guess what? Like I told y'all, even when you can't say a word, the work gonna tell off on you. And this man right here has truly let the work tell off on him. He is in a position to do some things that I know he never imagined doing when he first started. He had high hopes like everybody. He had good dreams. He had goals to make, and he ran through them some guns like a brick wall. But it wasn't because he laid in the bed to 10:30 every day.
No, sir.
It wasn't because he came in and stayed at a ship for 2 or 3 hours untarping the load and unstrapping the load to get it undone. It wasn't because when he gets up in the morning and they say you got a load to go get and you need to be there at 9 and it's 8 o'clock and he still has to go get his trailer, hook up, pack his shit, pack lunch, fuel the truck and everything, he's not going to make it.
No.
You're not going to make it.
No.
Someone asked, do you have a CDL?
No. No,
Oh,
sir.
Wait a minute.
Non-CDL. Truckload money. Non-CDL.
Oh, and then just for clarification too, you know, we don't want nobody to get him misconstrued when he say truckload money. He mean truckload money.
Yes, sir. Especially in this, what's going on in the industry right now. You know, if you got, putting anything on your trailer less than $2.50 a mile, you better regroup.
Speak up and say that again.
Anything
Lord.
on your trailer less than $2.50 a mile, you better regroup.
If you take it what you took last year, the year before last, for the same load you're running, I don't care if it's the same customer you need to. You might want to regroup.
Yep.
You might want to regroup. So now, one thing I really want to stress, and you know what I'm saying, Hey, they said it's their thing. Yeah, it's our thing for real. Like, there's a lot of folks that really be hating because it ain't their thing. There's a lot of folks saw this video was finna go live, and because they got a lot of subscribers, they went live about 5 minutes before me because it ain't their thing. They worried about somebody that ain't got a tenth of the subscribers. Why you worried about what I'm doing?
Yeah, just saying hi.
Y'all just saying hi over there. Kill yourself.
That boy, man, I tell you.
Get what? The real gonna recognize the real every time. See one thing about it, slick shit. If you're in the air, I got a baseball glove and a mitt. I'm catching every last bit of it. I want all the smoke, every last bit of it. I want all of it. You know, get what? You know, but one thing about it, love this guy to death because what he does. See, one thing about your word and mastering time.
Mm-hmm.
See, you can be in a relationship when you got a strong word. They can stand on what you say. When you say you're going to pull up, like I said, you're going to pull up. And they can look for you to probably be early in most situations. Now, I want you to tell these guys, because mastering time is a big thing. I want you to tell these guys what keeps you moving so you can be on time and not on the side of the road. Lord have mercy, not on the side of the road. Man, just give them a little bit of what you do so these people can get a scope of what it goes. Because y'all know I'm the mechanic.
Yep.
Y'all know
So
I'm that guy. I'm that guy. But get what? This dude right here, when I say the Caucasian me, it's hard to believe some of the stuff that he pulls off and that he does and the way his truck is set up and the way it's set up is impeccable. And I want him to actually give y'all some of the maintenance that he does on a regular basis, some of his maintenance schedules, and some of the equipment that he added to the vehicle to make it be his home away from home.
I'm actually going to pull up the maintenance.
Pull it up. Rick, see, that's what I'm saying. Get meticulous with it. I'm just going to pull up the maintenance, and I'm going to read off the maintenance. See what I'm saying? I got it, but it's on the dome. Man, but that boy, word for word.
So basically what I do to stay on top of things, I do all my own maintenance myself. I am by far no mechanic. I am not a mechanic. I don't work on other people's vehicles. I've learned my own equipment and I work on my own equipment and I can do it efficiently. So what I do when I'm on the road, which is for 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 weeks sometimes, I plan ahead. I know, okay, I'm gonna go in on this time, so I start ordering all my maintenance so it's at the doorstep when I get home. First thing I do when I pull in the driveway, I pull my creeper out. I get on it, I get underneath the trailer.
You pre-planning your boys.
Oh, pre-planted it all.
You seen it,
Because if not, you're gonna be waiting for parts.
wait a minute. Is that strategic? I think that sounds.
I would say
like
so.
A strategy to have it waiting at the house when
Waiting
you
at
get
the
there
house.
for your 34 hours. Boom, boom, boom. Get it on out. Don't order stuff Friday and you come home Friday.
Yeah, it ain't gonna work.
Go ahead, man.
It ain't gonna work. And that's basically how I do it to stay up on general maintenance. Now, with a non-CDL setup, with like the Gator 35 foot, it's basically bearings, seals, suspension, equalizers. You could do the whole trailer once a year, $600, and you ain't gotta touch the damn thing again.
How much?
$600 in parts.
How much? Keep you
600.
outside the road.
Keep you outside the road. Now that's if you're doing it yourself. If you got to pay for labor and all that, triple it. But yeah, it cost me $600 for the Gator to keep it moving every year, and that includes paint, reflective tape. It's a full trailer overhaul, and it just keeps you being on the side of the road, blowing out bearings. Of course, when I get home when I do go home, I pull the hubs. I lubricate the adjusters and the electric brakes, at all the contact points. I stay on top of all that stuff that way, because first of all, parts are hard to get. So when you do buy parts, buy 2. That way you have the second one at home waiting, so when you come in for your 34-hour restart, because usually that's what I do. I take a load home for the weekend every weekend, no matter what. I don't care. I won't go home unless I have a load. I'm not even going home. I stay out. So
6, 7.
Yeah. So
water pumps, y'all. Water pumps.
Yep. 2 of them.
Water pumps. Go ahead.
What else too? Everything. Everything for your trailer. Everything for your trailer. Make sure you have 2. Make sure you keep. If you're not CDL, I know you're watching weight and it's tough, but you're going to want to keep at least 1 setup, 1 equalizer, 1 bushings, and 1 bearing set for an axle. Just be able to cover one axle because 9 times out of 10, it's just gonna be one axle and you can keep rolling. But if you keep all that stuff at home, like I said, you'll be all right. It cost me $600 in parts to refurb the whole trailer, and then it cost me about $1,000 a year in tires.
And that's paint and reflective tape.
Yeah, it's paint and reflective tape.
Like your trailer looks brand
That's brand
new.
new. Yeah, if we could put pictures up, I'd show you because I do it every year. I did it in a Walmart parking lot on a 34-hour restart last week.
Yeah.
Because the load canceled on me, and I was so mad. I was like, if I don't do something right now, I'm gonna snap. So what I do? Put the bitch up on jack stands, take the tires off, strip it all down, take the tape off, scrape it off with a razor and a wire wheel on your drill, on your impact, not impact, but regular drill. And that's what I did to keep myself busy on the weekend. So the money that I would have spent, because of where I was at, they wanted like $200 a night for the hotel. So I put that all into the trailer and the painting it, just because it had to be done.
And that's a year.
Yeah,
That's
once a year.
That's
Once a year. Yep.
With proper maintenance in between. As he says, he comes in and pulls the hubs off and packs bearings. He always adds grease and checks the play on them and adjusts them as need be.
Well, one thing I don't do
What's that?
is I don't use the easy lube anymore.
You don't.
I don't. I just, every time I go home, I pull the hubs and repack the bearings because I'm finding that easy lube, if you don't do it right, if you don't spin that tire, if you don't, if you don't get that
You'll miss
trailer, yeah, you'll miss it and it'll push out through the seal. So unless you can get that trailer off the ground and spin the tires, don't use
Big
that.
tech tip right there.
Yeah,
y'all.
big tech tip.
And also, if you got a power grease gun, do not use it on the Easy Lube axle. Do not put a power grease gun on that axle. You will blow the rear seal out every single time. What we got?
I can't really see it. It faded out. Damn it.
Let's see what we got.
Hold on, guys. We're trying to read.
But if you're, it says, but that if you're going back home, not for sure. Everything. Also, he's asking about really the schedule, I think. But it's all mileage based. It's mileage based, and basically when you get to come home. So if you're coming home every week, you should probably look at the trailer, check it every week. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I would at least jack it up and move the wheel and make sure there's no bearing play.
because that's where it
If
all
it's
starts.
just once a week, yeah.
That's where it all starts.
But
I mean,
I don't go home once a week, so I don't, I'm never home that quick. And if I am, it's because I got lucky and got a load going that way and took it home for the weekend.
somebody said, what's his YouTube? I told y'all I fool real folks in real life. This $1 million challenge y'all looking at in real life. That man ain't on YouTube. If you don't know nobody, you might not never have nothing. I know folks in the trucking game, it ain't cause I got a phone. It's cause I got a mouthpiece.
What up, y'all drivers?
What's up, Tanner? Nah, he ain't got no YouTube though, baby.
No
for
YouTube.
real though.
I move too fast.
Ain't
for
got
it.
time for that shit. I keep telling y'all, really, to be honest
Especially
with you,
with-
it's a blessing to be able to do what I do, man. Cause
Yeah.
folk that move like we move really ain't got time for this. These folk that make 3, 4, 5 videos a day and 17 videos a week instead of dropping in just to say hi, cause they bored. They ain't moving. Motherfucker bored. I make some more videos too if I ain't have shit to do.
I mean, if they got that much time, I know they're slacking on maintenance.
Crazy.
And when they hit that 150,000
I
mile
can,
cruise,
I can respectfully shout 3, 4, 5, 10-minute video, 18-minute video. My guy Ben and them. Shout out Ben and them.
Shout
Man,
out,
over
I
there-
shout
Man,
Ben.
y'all over there hustling, man. Y'all some real hustling. I respect it. I like it. I love it. I
You
like
know
to
why?
see y'all.
because they're keeping the rates where they're supposed to be.
Oh, okay. They ain't contributing to the problem.
Absolutely not.
Oh, okay. That's why I love y'all. Y'all like
I
to
shot
contribute
Benny
to
and
the
his
problem.
dad.
For real though, Dave, you too. You ain't contributing to the problem. You got that skateboard out there. You like skateboard Pete, boy. You moving pretty good. I've been paying attention. Moving pretty good. Talked to you the other day. Congratulations on the wedding. I hope your wife knows she got plenty for life and there ain't no bullshit. But at the same time, that ain't neither here nor there. But like I said, man, this dude is so meticulous, and I wanted him to come and share some of the stuff. Now, we have some real differences. We both run non-CDL, short haul. He did some long haul. He got that Gator 35. He got the mega ramps. Hey, all man trailer. But that guy right here went out and bought a dually, y'all. And I went out and bought a single. And he's short hopping, and I'm short hopping, long hopping, and all that there. And for some reason, we grind, and we steady seeing that paper. And I did a dually versus single video, and I was like, it kind of don't make sense, but it can be done, but it's not the most ideal setup. But can't nobody hustle this shit like you, so if you got it, and you got to hustle about yourself, and they can't tell you what to charge, get your shine on. And get what? Young man right here been hustling his ass off. That boy been hustling his ass off, y'all. So I'm gonna let him tell you about the truck and the trailer and how that combination work, what he can carry, what he normally carries, and how he moved it and be able to get past some of the limitations he have and come out here to a whole lot of folk that got 40-foot trailers and nothing to do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Shots fired. Shots fired. Shots fired. Oh, okay. They got 40-foot trailer, nothing to do. You order 8 of them and they ain't got nothing to do with 2 of them. All right, now go ahead.
All right, well, man, that's a long discussion. The problem with having a dually non-CDL hotshot is you have to derate your trailer. We all know that, right? So it forces you to put the load farther up on your trailer, which could potentially overload your axles on the truck. Not by gross vehicle weight rating, but by DOT regulations. So with a dually and a non-CDL trailer, it can be tough because of that. So when you get up to 8,000 to 9,000 pounds, you know you can scale 9,200, but no, you really can't scale 9,200 because if you put 9,200 pounds on that trailer and you put it in the wrong spot, it's an out of service, just like that.
That's why I catch y'all with a whole lot of them load security and weight distribution video, because it's important, especially when you run a single. See, he run a dually, he eliminate a whole lot of that worry. But where I show y'all to balance these loads at, you know what? I'm gonna get y'all in on a little secret about that axle rating on that truck. Even with a single rear wheel, it's a 9K axle, but in the door, what they're gonna be looking at on that truck for the rear weight, when you add the rear weight and the front weight together, the gross vehicle weight of the truck on the 2500 is 10,000 pounds. But when you look in the door and add both of those weight together, it's about 12. Yeah, so you can go to a 12-ply tire on your rear end on that single and get you some airbags. You'll be within the axle weight range. As long as you keep less than 7,000 pounds on that rear of that truck, you can look in that door and you'll be legal. But most stability. 4 tires holding that weight instead of 2. A little bit more leeway if you catch a flat. Pros and cons. He weigh a little bit more though. How much can you carry on the deck?
9,200 pounds legally for DOT, you know what I mean? But
right. You could do weight. It physically could carry more.
yes, absolutely.
But rating for non-CDL, he's kind of limited.
Yeah, I'm limited for sure.
And at the setup being the same trailer, and we basically got the same truck, but he's got a dual and I got a single, I save about 900 pounds. So I can ease across that 10,000 pound weight limit barely. They can't lie to me much, but I can play around with 10K, and sometimes, especially when you're in an area that you're not familiar with or you may not have the best contacts, that 1,000 pounds or 800 pounds can matter. But I gotta let him elaborate on why he can still do that with that weight, the semi-normal, and how his relationships, and you ain't gotta call no names, you ain't gotta let the cat out of the bag. We ain't gonna tell you no way. You wanna know, get in the game and figure it out yourself. But at the same time, just tell them how your relationship is with the person that you do a lot of your business with and your customer base, and how that goes, and how you're able to manipulate the fact that you're not able to really put the 10 on there that I can put on there, but you're still killing it.
The one single piece that makes the difference, I think, is we stay in one area that we know is full of that type of freight. I mean, if you're not CDL, I think the wrong thing to do is to run across the country. If you know that there's a spot on the map that's full all the time, you can always stay busy, and you've established relationships within that section of the map.
Shout out cocaine.
Yeah, and that's how we do it. I mean, our trucks do not leave that section of the map. They stay there.
There's a red zone in that thing
Yeah.
on the outside where it's
I'll show
like
you.
green. Yeah, sure.
Actually, should we give that away?
Nah, hold on. That's a hunting hole in a hell of a spot. Nah, that's all right.
Yeah, we're not.
That's all right. Cause get what? They'll go out there and pull that shit from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
We don't give it away like that now.
But
We get you in the game now. You gotta figure that out. But one thing I saw you, this shit everywhere. But once you figure it out, and especially if it's close to home, you cut ass up. Go ahead, man.
Close to home?
Nah, not really.
No, you mean what'd you say? Close to home? Tear what up? I mean, like you're down here. I'm up in the Northeast. If you stay, when you stay close to home, you tear it up.
Yeah, because I know my area. You know your area. See, that's why I said this shit everywhere.
It's
just depends
everywhere.
on
You
how
gotta
you
know
look
that
at it.
area.
That's right. You gotta know how they feel around there about you.
Yep.
And then you gotta develop the fact that when you call, depending on how they feel about you, they know the folk. They know that that truck ain't gonna move for no dollar nothing.
No, it ain't. And
Dollar,
actually-
huh?
Yeah, and actually.
On a partial, $1,200 dollar. What?
Yeah,
Smoke a rock.
shout out to Danielle and Madison, the dispatchers that we have. They won't even call me with that bullshit.
Cause they know all these miles,
They
man.
won't
They
even
got the
call.
calculator and everything. Shout out to
Hey,
them.
we got something going down to Mississippi, but it's only down 80 miles. Our deadhead. Keep that shit.
I did it last week coming from Colorado back to Texas to get something that really pay. I'm not contributing to the problem
No.
nowhere I go.
Again.
Truck get fuel mileage good enough, get what? I'm coming back empty before I be a part of the problem, be a clown out here. They ain't gonna hump my nose.
No, mine neither. Shout out
No.
again, Hotshot Benny. and
Shout
his
out Hotshot Haven one more time. They ain't gonna never hump they nose.
No.
Love it, love it, love it. Get y'all some money and upgrade that shit and do better with all that, man. I like them guys. I'm talking about them boys a lot, just cause I like the vibe, man. It just is what it is. It's to a point where I just know real hustler.
No, what they did was they paid attention.
Oh, I ain't gonna say nothing about them. Leave that
They
alone.
paid attention and they took the plan and ran with it.
That's what you supposed to do.
They paid attention. That's it. All they did was watch YouTube and they figured it out like
And
that.
they paid attention. And they was able to recognize the real from the fake.
There you go.
See, that's something they can't teach in no school, no hot shot training. How to hot shot. They can't tell you how to recognize the real from the fake. They can't recognize tell you how to recognize bullshit from a non-bullshit. That's why you get played so bad on the phone with these brokers every day. Gang tight over here, Big Daddy. I recognize the real from a mile away. You could be at Acapulco. I was like, ooh, that's a real one right there. Over there at Acapulco. Rochester, New York, that's a real one right there. But hey, let's switch it up a little bit because I know over the last few months, I know that this channel has changed the vibe up a little bit along with a few other channels and things like that. And, you know, really, I went into the semi game, you know what I'm saying, even though we still had hot shots in the group, you know what I'm saying, and they do well, everybody doing well, nobody's starving, hurt, suffering or nothing, you know what I'm saying, but the demand of what's going on right now demanded that I increase capacity, and you know, a lot of people's like, well, you the Hotshot Haven, when you ain't doing Hotshot no more, why you don't change the name of your channel, man? Get what? It is what it is. Y'all get y'all some business. That's what you do. Find somebody to play with. Play with your man. Do something. I don't care, but just don't worry about what I'm doing. Just know I'm doing it. Keep watching, and you will see somebody get filthy fucking rich in front of your face. I'm just saying. It is what it is. But since I got all my matter down here, you know, and it's a rare opportunity, man. This dude came a long way to highlight a real one, man. And I ain't gonna just toot my own horn, but man, dude drove 1,000 miles down here to shake my hand, and I want him to come so bad, y'all. Y'all just don't know, man. I respect real work. I respect real work. I respect real accountability, and I respect people that's just fucking get it.
And they can take breaks like this and not be stressed out and not, you know, and don't think I came down here for no reason. We are up to something.
Man, yeah. Trying to be anyway. Don't worry about it, but it ain't what they think it is.
Getting it.
Trying to make a lot of stuff happen, y'all.
Did you say AJ's Transport?
AJ Transport, what's up, baby?
What's going on, baby?
AJ. Man.
Chime in. You guys got some questions about the differences between maybe Him in a semi being a hot shot, or
Yeah, cause
now that he's doing a short hop now a little bit.
a little bit more short hop than it was. Yeah, yeah. I used to combine my long with a bunch of shorts. See, I was short hopping, but I was in the midst of that long money at the same time.
God bless you guys.
Hey man, we just try to keep 100 with y'all.
Somebody asked me.
John Weatherall, what's up, my guy? That's my guy. He out there on the oil well, really hustling, man. Coming
What
soon
kind of
to,
setup did you
to the
start
trucking
off
game.
with?
John Weatherall.
What's
I
your
talked
thought?
to you the other day.
Victory Lap Transport.
Victory Lap.
Said, what'd you start off with? Ah, shit, how'd it go away?
It just disappeared. What kind of setup did you start out with? What your thought on older trucks?
Anybody need a driver after that? What kind of setup did I start off with? Are you talking to me or him? Probably me, maybe?
That's gonna be you, man. They know I had that little 5.9 they call Hercules.
He said if there's nothing going wrong with the truck and the trailer, how can you be stressed out? Because if you're not running for what you're worth, you're going to be stressed out, bro. Trust me. You ain't going to be able to take week-long, 2, 3, 4, and not worry about it.
Hey, man, get what? The truck being cool and not having no worry in two totally different states of mind. Because I promise you, God, if you do this for real, you know it ain't if it when. That truck running good today don't mean nothing. Have your shit together, your parts in mind. Because guess what? Before it happens, you need to be on top of it. We cool. But one thing about it about knowing how to charge. Knowing what the time work and knowing what you do in the amount of time that you have been allotted to do it in. And once you master that one thing about it, you can run. How many days you been out?
This year, let me pull that up.
Man, I got everything. It's ridiculous. Now, I can tell you, I can find it, but
129 days this year I've been on the road. 129 days I've been on the road.
Hold on. 129 days, it's June.
It's June. It's July 4th weekend. So, you know,
I'm
7
just saying 6 and some change.
Yeah, out of that 129 days. Yep.
6 months ain't nothing but 180
50
days.
days home, yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. Like, the majority of the day, you got some weekends in there. The majority of the day that have passed this year, that man been on the road.
Okay, maybe a better way to put it is 129 out of these days this year I've had a load on my trailer, whether it be home for a 34-hour restart, whether
That's even more critical.
Yeah.
129 days out of these days that have passed this year, out of 200 some days, he had a load on his trailer.
Yep.
129 days of a different one. Hold on, wait a minute. A different load.
Yep.
They call it volume. See, like I used to show y'all, well, in 365 days, I used to do like 420 loads. And you like, how in the fuck is that possible? But I was combining a lot of parcels and stuff, but you can't do that sitting at home.
No.
That man on pace to do 300 loads this year in 365 days.
Mm-hmm.
They call that volume. They call that gross income. They call that shit that make the net be something worth seeing. Because you know I charge. Now, Joe, there's a lot of things that go into this, and we ain't got time to just go over the whole Hotshot game and how you get to be, you know what I'm saying, what I call the short hop king, the beef from the E, one of the coldest non-CDL Hotshot sleeping setups. And man, we're gonna come live again tomorrow. Tomorrow be another day for the 4th of July, Independence Day. And I'm gonna show you how independent this young man is. He don't need no help. He don't need no assistance out there. He don't need no hotel. He don't need your fucking shower. We're gonna show you some shit. We're gonna show you some stuff, man. I'm gonna tell you, this dude right here be on some next level stuff, and that's one of the reasons I was like, man, we gotta do the live, because man, you think outside the box, but the crazy thing about it, I think outside the box, but I feel like the way I feel and the way I think and the way he move and the way he think ain't outside the box. That's what you supposed to be doing.
Yep. I agree.
See, this is what I can't get people to
I was just
understand.
gonna say
I
that.
ain't saying no crazy stuff. I ain't gave y'all nothing that was confusing. Damn time I came on here. I laid it out for what it was. You can take it for what it is and run with it, or you can leave it right there and starve.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you can do.
Somebody has another question.
Yeah, read them out. Go ahead.
Oh, we got help. Hold up. We got help. What's up, D?
Go ahead. Shoot.
D over there in production. We got questions.
That's
What
our
we got,
other
D?
partner.
What we got, D? We got somebody to call in line?
Fellas, I'm getting my CDL. This is Beasley.
Speak up so they know you here.
Beasley Kingston.
Mr. Kingston.
All right.
Fellas, I'm getting my CDL in 2 weeks. I want to do my own thing instead of working for a trucking company. What's the dollar difference? You kind of answered this already a little bit, mostly, actually. What's the dollar difference between doing it with a semi versus doing it with a group?
And
It depends on your experience.
Yeah, he's getting a CDL in 2 weeks. So that's gonna be one of those instances where if you're in a position to want to do it for yourself, you have the cushion, you really need to work for somebody else for a while.
I agree.
Because you're gonna have a brand new CDL, which the insurance company is gonna frown on heavily. It's gonna increase your cost of operation exponentially. And like I said, you really want to have some experience before you put $1 million liability insurance policy in your name and really don't have experience moving open deck freight. You really need, and I just got to express the importance and the severity of the safety aspect of what we do, trucking in general, but open deck transport, I would never be able to express the safety aspect of what we do more. And if you're in doubt in any kind of way about the experience level or your abilities to secure the weight on that trailer at 70 miles an hour and know that it's not going to come off, I really think you should work for somebody else. Get a little bit of experience. Have some mistakes when it's not your equipment. I hate to say it like that, but be able to tell some stuff that don't belong to you, that you're not paying for. I'm just being real. It's the real world, man. And even if I get a driver, he's not gonna walk in with two weeks of experience unless I'm Pepsi or Coke or somebody like that. And you know, that's one of those things where you'll be doing some local stuff and they'll build you up and get you this experience, or you could actually go over the road. You're getting your own CDL, so you won't be contractually obligated to anybody. So you could actually pick a really good company and go over the road and get you some over the road experience. Possibly Melton, someone like that does flatbed and that can really train you and how to be safe, because it's not just the public. Most of the stuff that we carry, if it flies forward in a panic brake situation, we're gonna die. It's not a situation where, oh my God, I had a boo-boo and look at my truck. No, it's they are trying to figure out who the fuck you are because you're unrecognizable after you're crushed or impaled by beams or steel or wood, lumber, coils. They gonna have to identify you by your dental records. That's the severity of what we do. So, like I said, even with the consultations I do, I ain't finna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, and it's real. So, you know, if you got anything to add to that, man, because I know you're a safety freak and you're going to over-secure every time.
You touched it. There's nothing else.
So serious, man. It is.
Lisa, just do it that way first if you can.
You know, and since you go to CDL, find a nice flatbed company. They pay good, decent rate because the work is not easy. You're going to be outside, you're going to be securing stuff, you're going to be tarping stuff, you're going to be out in the cold, the rain, and everything. And if there any kind of work there, Salt, TMC, great company. Look them up. Melton, great company. Look them up. Those guys, they move freight. They do it very safely. They have very high safety ratings, very good equipment. They can train you. They can get you going. And one thing about it, when you do start your own outfit, if you come out with confidence, you come out with experience, you come out knowing equipment better than you know equipment now. You know what you like and what you don't like. And when you get ready to make that purchase, you're much more informed. And they're more willing to lend you money with experience on your CDL. D, what we got, D? I'm gonna let you take this one, Joe. Yep.
Transport LLC. I need one more of those confirmation about the hit the road, Jonathan.
Consultations, that's probably
Oh,
what you need.
consultation.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, you know how to get up with me, bro. I'm available. You know it, man. No doubt. And congratulations too, man. You about to get out there.
Yeah.
It's been a road, man. It's been a long road for real. Appreciate everybody sticking with us too, man.
From Time Pro Pilot, Hotshot Haven, you guys are dropping gems and knowledge. This knowledge is better than what they're putting out in graduate school and MBA programs.
Yeah.
It's truly a blessing, man. I thank you for the appreciation you showing for the gems that we dropping, man. But I got a real philosophy about trucking, business, just people in general, man. That, you know, it's not gonna hurt me to tell you one bit exactly what I'm doing. I'm just saying, Rick, I could give you a list of my contacts. I can tell you all my setup. I can tell you where I get these loads from. I can tell you how much you should be getting for them per mile. But get what? If you can't wake up every morning with this same goddamn engine, it ain't gonna work. It just ain't gonna work. You gotta have it in your heart. You gotta have it in your mind that what you doing is gonna pay off. You gotta be confident that you're doing this the right way, even when it don't seem like it, because the numbers will tell you what it is. And like I said, man, it's one of these things that you can't quantify in a spreadsheet doing this stuff in a normal sense of business. This stuff moves too fast.
Way too fast.
Costs too much. It happens too quick, man. And it never sneaks up on somebody if they ready. You ain't got to get ready if you stay ready. That man right there stay ready. Y'all know I stay ready. I would, hey, they would never catch me slipping. All the time they catch me slipping when they got a scanner and they ride off with my shit. That's the only way they catch me slipping. They ain't gonna slip it on no load though. Hey, tell them.
T Ford, what's a good wheelbase for open deck?
Well, that'd be a semi-question, because I wouldn't have an adjustable wheelbase.
Well, far as wheelbase on a semi, it really depends on your customer base, because like wheelbase on the trailer is pretty much gonna be set. You'll have 48 or 53. You may have sliding axle stuff like that. Wheelbase on a truck is really preferenced more towards the customer and driver retention in some cases. Because if the customer is out of small space, you're not gonna want a 300 wheelbase, 389 Peterbilt pulling there. You're not gonna be able to turn around in there. So wheelbase on the rig, you're gonna want enough wheelbase to have a sliding fifth wheel so you can move weight around, but not so much wheelbase that you can't get in and out of sort of tight spots, possibly construction areas and stuff like that, because like I told y'all, all this stuff is really relative. And when you look at my step deck and you look at this Hotshot trailer, it's just a scaled up version of the other. So you're gonna be running into some of the same situations where you come into shippers, loaders that are tight spots and stuff, and you want the maneuverability, but you don't want to get a 190-inch wheelbase truck because it's gonna beat your driver to death. It's gonna kill him. So you know, you make compromises. Most industry accepted is 235 inches, especially open deck or dry van. It keeps the trailer kind of tight. If you know your customer wants you to move 60-foot beams on a 53-foot trailer, you know you're gonna need about 265-inch wheelbase, something that's gonna give you some front overhang and you can have some rear overhang. But like I said, that's a question that really is completely up for discussion and debate based upon the circumstances with the customer, the locations, and as you see what is most common in your area, you'll do that. Now, if you're running cross country, skateboard, flatbed, step deck, 265-inch wheelbase, it rides really good, and you can get in most places. It's not hard to maneuver with a 48-foot flat, and you can do some stuff.
No,
Check that question for non-CDL and $2 rate per mile. What is that?
Yeah, I just saw it pop up.
Okay.
What'd it say?
Well, I booked a load. This is from Neil.
Neil, we're reading it now.
I booked a load for $2 rate per mile, one piece, 6,000 pounds. Broker called me back and said, "Don't worry about CDL Hotshot." Took it for 150, but loaded 2 pieces. How do you compete with that?
Hey, that's a real question. Isn't that Neil?
So what do? You switched up?
Neil, I like that, Neil. Boy, I like that. Hey, I promise you, Neil. What Hotshot been just say? Neil, boy, that's a hard hitter right there. That's why I do these like. I like them type of questions.
And you just Hotshot Haven said, yo, what's up, Haven? What y'all
It's
talking about?
everything, man.
What y'all talking about?
Nah, shout you out, hustling ass. Shit, with your hustling ass. Nah, showing love and talk about I just want my guy to elaborate on some non-CDL stuff from the aspects of the duty man non-CDL instead of single man. And, you know, hey, you'll get a chance to go back and watch. But Neil, one more time with Neil question. Neil hit hard then.
Yeah.
Shit, Neil.
Bruh, booked a load for $2 rate per mile, one piece, 6,000 pounds. The broker called me back, said, don't worry about CDL Hotshot. Took it for 150. Somebody else took it for 150.
Yeah, right.
But loaded 2 pieces. How do you compete with that?
You don't.
You what? Hey man, see that? What you say?
don't. You keep moving. You don't compete with that. You don't compete with that. You just drop it and keep going, man. Just get back on the board and keep moving.
You don't
Because it's gonna happen all the
You
time.
let it roll off your back like water off a duck ass.
What if somebody under
Let it roll off your back like water off a duck ass and keep on going. They on the beat you every day.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm gonna say this too. A signed rate card supersede all that.
Yep.
They can say what they want to, but if you call back, you got a signed rate card and get what they're really your loaded. If he want to take it from you, need about $150, $200 truck order, non-use.
Yep.
Cause that was signed, that truck had been dispatched, and get what? You need that money if you don't go pick up nothing. Cause get what? They can't do it. It's against the law, man. They call it bait and switch. They can't do it. Once it's signed, really, once they tell you that, they really can't do that by law. Yeah, there's some laws and rules and structure around these clowns in the industry. But yeah, that's gonna happen a lot. You don't compete with that. All you do is concentrate on having multiple loads lined up that you can call about all of them because it's the luck of the draw a lot of times anyway.
Yep.
So you just have a plethora of loads that you can bam, 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 call it. And whoever says yes at the right price, we're gonna do it. But we are not gonna be no clowns. We ain't competing with no clown. Let a clown be a motherfucking clown.
Yep.
Let him continue to be a clown. He shall be out of business soon. Just don't worry about it. He shall be not in your way. And get what? The broker find out he got to pay somebody to move this stuff. We ain't gonna move it for free. Appreciate you being a shout out one more time for putting this stuff for what it's supposed to be pulled for. You ain't contributed to the problem. You're part of the solution. I appreciate you because I refuse. We just did here from Colorado. I said earlier, we did here from Colorado to Texas to get the real money and go on take it to Georgia. Because guess what? I ain't contributing to the problem that them clowns up there doing. $1.80 a mile carrying 48,000 pounds. I wish I would. I did here get some good gas miles and go get them bands in Texas and take them to Georgia. What they say, D?
I mean, they were basically asking us to pay them to take the load for cheap.
Now,
I mean, it
think
doesn't
about
make
that.
sense.
It does make sense.
Think about that.
And that's why I deadheaded from Tennessee to here because I'm not going to contribute to that problem.
When you pull something for what it ain't worth, you are actually paying. Listen to this shit.
Yep.
You paying them to run it. It don't sound right. Just look at the account at the end of the month. When you look at how backwards you've been going, you'll realize you actually spent your own money to do this shit. The truck post pay for everything. The truck don't pay for everything. Goddamn it, I quit tomorrow. Tomorrow.
Sell it all.
I sell all this shit. I sell everything. I'm out of here. Bye, bitches. I'm out of here. I am out of here.
Jerome Jones has a question.
Go ahead.
What about, well, you can kind of answer this before, but what about going on your own with open debt with 4 months of experience?
4 months of experience at what? Who is this, Jerome?
Jerome.
4 months of experience at what? He gonna type back in. 4 months of experience, Jerome. You said what? 4 months of experience. 4 months of experience doing what exactly?
All right, and as he's typing in or responding, Hotshot Benny has a follow-up issue. The dually non-CDL life, is it hard to stay underweight if you've already answered this question for me?
Oh.
All right, Benny and his dad. Yeah, we answered this earlier. You just tapped in. So basically, with a dually non-CDL, you have to derate the trailer to 12K to match the 14K to get 26. So a lot of times, guys, including myself, I know how to place now, but if you book a load that say your max weight for the trailer is 9,200 pounds. If you book a load close to 9,200 pounds and you don't place it directly, I mean, where it should be on that trailer, legally, it's gonna overload your truck axle, rear drive axle when you go over that scale, and it'll put you out of service. So you just have to be really diligent about the load you take.
Load placement.
Load placement.
Load placement.
It's very, very crucial with non-CDL.
Yeah. And see, and he was asking about also with the dually, and one of those things about that, was it 9,200 pounds that you compared?
9,200.
One thing about the 9,200 pounds that we elaborated on, Benny, was, man, it really, to an extent, doesn't matter as much. Now, true enough, I get about another 800 pounds, maybe 9, depending on what I'm carrying on payload, so I can cross over 10,000 pounds, barely. But when you develop the relationships, and that's what we was talking about at the time, if a person don't know nobody, he ain't gonna never have nothing, no way. It don't matter if he got a horse, a little red wagon, a buggy, or if he got a road train from Australia. He ain't gonna make no money if he don't know nobody. So, you know, he developed relationships that afford him the options to have a map. And, you know, did you ever pull that map up?
No, because
Cause we ain't gonna do that. Yeah, we ain't gonna do that. We said we weren't gonna do that. That's a badass map for his spot. See, just like I got a little baby map for my spot. I know where my spot is.
Yeah.
He know where his spot is. And everybody else there watching it, that dude didn't know where they spot is.
Yeah.
Cause this shit everywhere. You
Yeah.
know it, Ben. You can go to Afghanistan and find low. You know it. So
Jerome just came back with, he has 4 months of experience with Conestoga, but 4 years of driving.
okay, 4 years of driving and 4 months of Conestoga. I go for it.
I go for it. If you got a good work ethic and you could be where you say you're gonna be every day, I'd go
Yeah,
for it too.
because load securement in the Conestoga is a little more laxed. I will say that. That shit is a little more laxed. So you might want to go into some of the equipment videos and the playlists, or just check out some of the playlists on some of that load securement. Because I will say this, being that it's not considered an enclosed trailer, but it's considered a tarping, you know, item. The Conestoga, it does hide the freight though. It hides the freight. You rarely see on the side of the road that DOT that made you roll up the thing and push it all the way back and check all that there. It's a little bit more forgiving on the highway when it comes to inspections and really just the securement, because when it ain't in a Conestoga, it's all in public view, man. Like I say, so that's the only thing. Just make sure your load securement real good and thorough, always over secure. I go for it though, cause the principle the same. You just don't got a tarp. Now you just get used to tarping if you're gonna go open deck, man. Cause around they want tarps on it.
Does he have any business experience? That'd be a good question. If you don't have any business experience, it may be tough
This
for
guy
you.
right here.
Yeah, that may be tough for him. If he doesn't have any business experience, he might be able to do it on the truck side, but sometimes the business experience, lack of business experience will supersede any type of experience you have and fold you. So you gotta be.
Yeah, because it's
as an
vastly-
owner-operator.
it's vastly different. What Benny just say? We still trying to read. We got
It's
pre-production.
just-
We got pre-production over there, y'all.
Yeah, it's just far enough away where I can't read it.
Tasha said, you have a point on that, and I'm not sure exactly what he's referring to.
Okay.
But I rarely see them on the side of the road,
It was maybe Melton.
Oh yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. They talking about the
I've
flat
never
bed.
seen them on the side of the road.
We're talking about inspections, not
Oh.
Yeah,
breakdowns.
yeah, but still though, that's a good point too, man. That's a good
I've
point
never
too.
seen them on the side of the road.
It's a couple of companies that if you see them on the side of the road, you know something drastic happened. You see guys like Melton, TMC. Man, boy, you look at that TMC truck come through, black Peterbilt, solid black chrome everywhere. The back work on the back of the cab said Destination Excellence in gold. They ain't playing, y'all.
No, that-
Destination is excellent. That's what people I want to be like when I get grown, y'all, for
Yeah.
real, because that is the largest independently, privately owned flatbed company in the USA.
Yep,
Well,
with
it-
the nicest
Well,
trucks.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
love them trucks,
I
boy.
almost bought one.
Here's
For
another one.
real.
Yeah, I almost bought one.
I have a
Black and chrome.
little business experience, and that's all I
What
got.
you say? You got a little business experience. What, dude?
Here's
Did
my
you dream
question.
about that melting
Here you
truck
go.
over there?
Here's a
That's
good
right.
jewel. Here's a good jewel.
I love
Here's a good jewel. If you don't have any good, like, full business experience, there's a app in Google Play called Easy Expense. And if you're just a one truck operation, this app will carry you through the whole year. It's $6 a month. It itemizes everything for you. You snap a picture of the receipt. You snap a picture of everything you're doing. I even log mileage, everything in there. $6 a month. I send a report to my accountant. I don't even go to the tax office.
Hey, Jerome said, and maybe follow up on that, because Jerome said, I have a little business experience, but I'm willing to learn and I will hustle to get the job done. So maybe talking about the accounting and some of that.
Yeah, I just gave him the accounting. Definitely get an app to track your expenses because you do not want to miss one of those expenses.
Yeah.
Because one today, one next week, one 3 weeks, it adds up.
You'll miss $10,000
Yep.
worth of deductions real easy, and you don't
Yep.
want to be guessing at these numbers.
No.
Like these
You
numbers
can't
need to be
guess.
right. They should need to add up and balance out zero.
What
Yeah.
are deductions?
Hmm.
What are deductions?
What are deductions?
Our deductions are write-offs. Anything that costs to
Everything.
everything that costs. to run-
Everything, man. Don't even go down that road. Everything. Every got everything.
Everything's a deduction.
Everything's a deduction in trucking. It seems
This
like
shirt of fucking everything. The truck paying for everything. If the
Yeah.
truck don't pay for everything, you doing it wrong, and I'm gonna say that and I'm gonna stand on it. Everything a deduction. That air you pumped in the tire, that you put $1.25 in the machine is a deduction. I wish you could get a receipt for it.
I take a picture of the screen. I take it like when I do laundry.
Man, I go
take a
to the
picture.
one where you can swipe so it go to my cash. I can keep up with it. It go to my bank account. Man, I want all of it. So I will stand on it. Everything.
Yeah, because if you don't have deductions, you just have a tax bill.
You
Period.
got a tag bill.
You have to. If you don't,
You're
screwing
stupid.
yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You're stupid. Yeah, if you don't keep up with this stuff and make these deductions, you're gonna have to get them 30% of gross down there and of net.
Right.
And that's a lot of money if you're doing this shit right.
I just saw what's the name of the app that I use. It's called Easy Expense.
Easy expense.
Now I use it for one truck. For one truck. No, if you got multiple trucks, you're gonna want something bigger like Airtable or QuickBooks or something like that. But if you're a one truck operation, it'll work perfect for you.
Okay, great question. What percent of your gross do you typically put up for taxes? That's a great
Now
question.
see, we different. I'm
Okay,
gonna
we're
let you answer.
different.
I'm gonna let you answer. Go ahead. What I did. I got fucked up answer. I
know,
got answer.
because
Y'all
with a
better
little-
y'all better not do
No.
what I do.
No. I don't think it's gonna be too much different because with
I
a
don't think
little
so.
addition and a little multiplication, we don't owe much
Right.
taxes.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Because before the end of the year comes, where you gotta file for those taxes,
You know
that's
where
when
you
you
at.
make your business purchases.
You know where you at.
You know where you're at
November,
before
December,
you go
you
into
know where
the
you
new
at.
year. So you make all your purchases. If you
You
say,
say, like,
if,
damn, I owe the IRS $30,000.
okay, well I'm gonna spend that $30,000.
We can figure out how to spend some money. This shit ain't hard.
This is the difference between a company driver and a owner operator.
What's the difference?
The difference is they're deducting for you. For a
You
company.
right,
Yep.
right,
For
right.
an owner operator, it's his
You,
chest.
right, right.
You gotta spend that money or pay it to the government.
I'd rather spend it than they deduct it. I'd rather spend it than give it away. I'm coming straight with, hey, I'm telling y'all, God in my witness, December, y'all $379, cause I'm gonna owe 'em too much money. I'm gonna get Peter bill. Ben, I know y'all coming 1, 2, 4. We gonna come. I'll call people on the dog ass.
What Benny say?
Jerome, then he said, is this for everybody? Hotshot? Jerome said before that, he said, thank you for answering all my questions. I keep up on all my expenses.
Hey, it's
Yep.
good. It's good to put away some money for taxes, but really, normally a company that puts away a certain percentage on taxes that allocates that money correctly, when they do their expenses at the end of the year, that money that was put up for taxes is about to be spent back in the business. That is just the bankroll that you come up with to make the expenses balance out. I oftentimes say we did almost $1 million. What I owe the IRS, $55. $55 goddamn dollars. And the math right.
Yeah.
Goddamn math right. I swear that shit right.
But my parts inventory is to the ceiling.
Right.
Boy, that goddamn $40 on that motherfucker, that's a write-off. Y'all better get y'all mind right. That truck gotta have tires on the road. They gotta have rims on to go and do what they gotta do. I ain't got nothing to do with the fact they cost what they cost and did what they did. I want the best. They can't tell me what to buy.
Nope.
They just tell me what category of stuff I can buy.
Yep.
And that keep that truck moving. It's a necessary bit, it's expensive. I want to look good when they come through. It's a business, it's advertising, it's whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
Benny,
Jonathan.
get your...
Okay.
Yeah, I be snapping because I'm like, man, please don't give these folk your money, man.
No.
Please don't have these folk coming to your house about this money, man, when you really ain't got to have that all over your head like that. Don't put yourself in the whole seat. Please don't do it.
Just document it, you know.
Document it, yeah. Just
Yeah.
show everything. As long as it makes sense, they can't argue with it.
No.
Okay, last year, Jerome said last year I owed the IRS $1,000.
That ain't bad.
Neil was asking, Jonathan, can I write off the consultations with you? So
Damn right. That's education. That's education.
Yes.
That's training and education. That's part of your startup cost. That's part of your further your education in your field of study of what you're doing. Damn right. You better write it out.
Yep.
You need a receipt.
T4,
Do you need a receipt?
It should be in the cash.
It's in the cash app. Take a screenshot.
T4, how do you keep 2 logbooks? What the hell?
You don't. You don't. You don't. I'm gonna say you don't.
Don't do that.
You don't. Don't. 2. How do you keep 2? Don't.
Like we're gonna answer that.
You don't. Never ever have.
Never.
No. You don't do that.
If you're team driving, you keep 2
If you
logbooks.
got your
One
team.
for each person.
If you in a hot shot, you can't team drive without DOT sleep. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Under regulation, it can't be done. You can't be off duty in a moving vehicle no more than 2 hours. You gotta go into sleep. Breath give 8. So you can't do it without DOT sleep. So don't do it. Just don't do it. Please don't keep 2 logbooks. They gonna bust your head. That man don't do it. I like that though. It's creative. You thinking.
Hey, Neil said, I'm sending another $40.
he building up right on y'all. He trying to get that tax debt down. What you owe him $960 now though? You owe him $960. He roll that shit in the next year. Y'all crazy.
Somebody, okay, Hotshot wants a peek. He wants a peek. Ours is still in the works.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's one of those things where you look at the cost analysis of it, man, and the market on that, and where it's going, and you can see the trend and the resale on it. It's a strong investment right now. I will go outside the box and say I will not get one with a 6NZ cat because I ain't gonna trust my business to that. Later on, we'll do that for possibly a show truck. But yeah, that Peterbilt gonna have a Detroit 60 series in it.
I just thought of something funny about Hotshot Benny. I probably
Benny,
should.
yeah, go ahead, man.
I probably shouldn't be sharing this.
Shout out Benny
Shout out.
and Daddy, man. I fuck with that boy Andy Daddy, cause that's real.
Listen,
hustle,
I
man.
stopped
real,
off.
real, man.
I stopped off at a pilot one day to use the bathroom. I had to boo-boo like a fool, right? So I stopped off at pilot. I run in the bathroom. I'm on the toilet. I'm watching the Benny video. So don't you know this dude comes in the bathroom and hears Benny's voice and go, Benny, that's you in there?
Boy, they think you in there on the shelf, Benny. Hey, man.
I said, no, that ain't me.
They thought you was in there busting the dudes, B. They let them know, hey, they watch you all on the shitter, baby. Y'all doing something right over there. Yeah. That right. That was up. That was all my. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I run most of my company sitting on. Hey, I ain't lying. Straight over the shitter. That bad, man. I'm sitting the invoice, doing payroll and everything, chucking the dudes. Lord have mercy. That's funny. That's fucking funny.
Man, I was
That's
like,
funny.
There's a lot of laughter. A lot of
That is fucking funny. That shit
it's
funny, y'all. That shit funny. Hey, what we got, man? That
You're
shit funny.
just laughing their ass off, that's all.
That shit funny, yo. Somebody got subject popped. That shit funny.
Neil, Jonathan, brother from Georgia, I'm having a ball right now.
good.
Man, hey, good. I'm glad y'all enjoyed. We enjoying ourselves, man. The beach from the East, Rochester, New York. All miles matter. Came down here to let y'all know all miles indeed do matter.
Yep.
And guess what? Count every last one of them and charge it accordingly. And get what? When you build a relationship, put a little respect on your name, your word worth is what it's worth, and they know when you say you gonna pull up, get what? When they call them, what they call you with, buddy? Well, how much a mile?
Oh, it's never.
What's your range? What's the range?
In the last, do we want to go over the last 10 loads, or do you want to go over
Now-
anywhere from 250 to 6? I mean, it depends, because I do short hops, right? So a lot of I'll find that I'll deadhead 100 miles, but all miles matter, right? So we don't take a load unless it's all inclusive. So sometimes I drive 2 hours with no load on the trailer, but I'm getting 350 a mile. for it.
Calculator your friend. Calculator might be your friend.
So that's just how we do it. I mean, it's
tape measure calculator might be your friend.
yeah, and some nails, and some duct tape, and some tarp straps.
Got a lot of
Oh,
friends.
yeah.
Got a lot of friends.
Yeah.
We got like a whole gang of friends.
But
But
it's
it's
got
like
that big ass hammer.
Okay. All right,
Impact.
T Ford has a question on some engines.
Okay. I love those questions.
Ooh.
It's a little bit of a tricky question. Any opinion on 60 series 12.7 versus 14 liter and getting the EGR deleted on the 14?
Okay. This is not as complicated as you think. The difference between the 60 series 12.7 and the 14.1 is simply displacement. Now, in the early parts of 2000, 2001, they were not EGR. That would be a prime candidate. Now, they brought that in 03, 04, 05, 06, 07. What I would say about a 12.7 versus a 14, there is no replacement for displacement. I don't recommend deleting the EGR if you don't have to. We're gonna try and stay legal around this thing. That's why I buy certain trucks with certain engines from a certain year model, and this is what we're looking for. We ain't looking for nothing else. 14.1, very strong engine. Very, very strong engine. Now, I will say this, it is more susceptible to damage from over revving than a 12.7 or even 11.1, simply due to the rotating mass inside of the engine. The stroke is longer, the connecting rods are longer, they are heavier. They do not take kindly to spinning at 2100 RPM. So if you got a 14.1 with low compression and you working the jakes and the load pushing you down the hill, you're gonna have fun. You're gonna have fun because that motor's gonna be trying to over rev itself every gear until you get to the bottom. A 12.7 will withstand the revs. It will. There are different serial numbers of 12.7s. You have the BX serial number. Those engines are preferred because they do have dual oil squirters, which will help eliminate a lot of the scuffing, piston expansion, and heat damage that comes from running a high horsepower tuning in a 12.7. 14.1 is a very, very good engine. The torque rating on the 14.1 is a little higher than the 12.7. A lot of people say, hey, you can turn the 12.7 up. You can. But like I said, there's no replacement for displacement. And as far as deleting on a later 14.1, get that shit off of there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wait,
Somebody dropped some.
He bought a 08 Century
Super chat.
14.
Super chat.
Who is that? Super chat.
Oh, Jerome dropped $20.
Super chat.
Woo!
And we appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
T4
But yeah.
said he Century 14 liter.
08 Century 14 liter. That's the year before they changed over and put DEF on it. You do have the EGR. That is not such a bad thing. I will say this. The biggest thing I would do is get that EGR system serviced and cleaned. So it functions properly, because a lot of people don't understand that EGR system is not an open system. It is only open to send EGR exhaust gases into the engine when the computer senses that the emissions are high and it wants to cool down the combustion chamber. So it recirculates exhaust gas open all the time. And I just want you to have the ability to go anywhere and do anything. So if you see a load that's going to Rochester, New York, for example, you have no fear in your mind about this truck going up there and they're saying something to you about this system while you're pulling this $10,000 load up there from wherever you're going. You can go to California and as long as you can come in there and, like I say, they may do a level 1, level 2, level 3, they pop the hood, everything looks normal. You can do a ghost delete. I'm not advocating anything. block all plates and put all the parts back on, make it look like it's supposed. I ain't advocating nothing, I ain't said nothing. But I'm just saying, you want to leave everything as stock as possible, wink, wink, and handle your business. But when we talk about getting 1 million miles out of a motor that they say should last 1 million miles, get all that shit off there and throw it in the garbage. But I ain't say that.
Jerome, after he dropped his gift of $20, his question is flatbed or stepdad starting out?
Stepdad. Stepdad. Point blank, period.
And thank you for the super chat.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Point blank, period, stepdad. And I'm gonna tell you why. Flatbed freight is plentiful, it's everywhere, everybody can do it, whatever, whatever. But if you're coming out and you don't know what you're gonna be pulling, you wanna be able to pull the more bigger variety of stuff you can pull, and no extra 2 feet lower that step deck is gonna force you the way to be able to move some equipment. Even if you don't have ramps, a lot of this heavy equipment is not suitable for ramps. That's why they have low boy docks. You don't need ramps. The delivery, the receiver, everybody got their own low boy dock. And to the point where some of those loads are $6, $7 a mile, depending on what it is, how bad they want it, and you want to have those opportunities available, because most of the stuff, besides really large cut lumber, but most of the stuff, y'all see me run crane mats, which ain't nothing but huge railroad ties and all types of stuff like that, cement, shingles, same stuff you can run on a flatbed. Why not have the versatility? That question.
Mark Welch is a 3-car hauler on a single wheel Ram 3500. That's my old truck. A good setup. Is a 3-car
hauler.
on a single rear wheel 3500. A good setup. Holy cow.
3-car hauler, single wheel 3500.
Absolutely not. I wouldn't, personally. Not on a single wheel. It's just a.
Is that a wedge? Is that a wedge 3-car? Because I'm thinking it's gonna have to be a wedge.
Well,
I've seen it.
They do make a 3-car flat.
Yeah. But then you're over 65 feet most time.
Yep. And that,
So wedge or low profile. That's a thing.
I would say,
Cause your tongue weight gonna be stupid with a wedge.
I would.
yeah. It's
Even though it's a
I personally-
3500, I personally, I'm gonna say me too. Personally, I
Not for
wouldn't do-
longevity purposes. How about that?
No, I really wouldn't do it for risk versus reward.
Yeah.
Just because you really,
There's a lot.
either trailer you would want to run a 5th wheel, and then you really want the stability of that dually if you're running a wedge and you want that 5th wheel that's rated for damn near double whatever you pulling. Because this stuff is very top heavy.
Yes.
It is very top heavy. A single wheel 3500, you really gonna have to babysit those turns. You're gonna really have to babysit because you're actually moving the center of gravity of that truck up about 3.5 or 4 feet, and it's gonna be noticeable.
Basically, it can be done, but I wouldn't.
A lot of shit could be
I
done.
agree.
I can go ahead, I can pull 100,000 pounds on the trailer, but that ain't what we doing.
No.
But that trailer rated for 100K. I can put 92,000 on there, but that ain't what we doing.
I'd even.
Okay.
It's bad out there. It's
Shit.
Hey, oh my gosh. Ro Williams dropped $4.99.
What's up, Ro?
What's
Ro,
up,
Will?
Ro?
What's up, baby? Appreciate
Thanks for
you.
the super
No
chat.
doubt.
Jeez.
What's your question?
Ro didn't ask the
Ro
question.
just showing love.
Hey, Ro, tell Ro to ask another question.
That's another question, Ro.
He retracted it. Alright, so Mark Welch asked, Tracy Williams, new to non-CDL Hotshot, your opinion on 2008 Ford F350 6.4 engine.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Those are throwaway engines. I was working for Ford at the time when that truck was made. Most trucks that had crossed 120, 130,000 miles were on engine 2 or 3. It's a very serious engine to get caught out on the road and need work. The way that engine is designed and built, most of the time you end up dropping a valve or breaking a rocker arm, which leads to complete engine destruction. One of the hardest things to do when putting one of those engines back together is to find cylinder heads. Those engines do not have unidirectional or multi-directional cylinder heads. The left cylinder head is a completely different cylinder head from the right. It's one of the few motors that actually does that. And it's a poor design, And for a long time, there was a national shortage on passenger side heads. Like you could have a driver's side head and a half an engine put together for 8 months and not get a head. And your business really can't survive on buying complete engines every time there's a critical part that needs to be fixed, because like I said, these engines are basically throwaway engines. They're a good design when it came to making power, but for longevity, strength, and holding up under heat and pressure, they're not good. The engine's not able to be bulletproofed like a 6.0. There are parts that upgrade things such as the rocker arms, which are very problematic. But that engine, I would not bet my house, my income, my life savings, my kids' future on that particular engine. And the 450 they make at that point in time, the Ford F-450, that's just a sexy truck. Round hips, big lights. It's a really nice truck. Don't not be fooled. Do not be fooled. Do not be fooled.
T Ford has a follow-up question, one that we dealt with.
Okay.
48 versus 53-foot step deck.
Ooh. You're going through that right now.
Yeah, 43 versus 50, 48 versus 53, step deck, flatbed, either one. It's really about where you at, what's moving in your area, and doing the proper due diligence before you buy the equipment are based upon what you're gonna be able to run and where you're gonna be running it and what they need done. Like I say all the time, this equipment is not bought in an arbitrary manner. This equipment is bought by doing market research about where you at and how they feel. And like I said, you can't quantify how they feel unless you really investigate what's going on in the area. So 53 versus 48 is based on the freight. If you up there in Blytheville, Arkansas, you know they run 60-foot beams of steel every day, all day. Don't get a 48, get a 53 so you can hang 4 off the back and 3 off the front and run it without a permit. Or 3.5 off the back, 3.5 off the front and run it with no permit. And size your rig and your wheelbase on your truck accordingly. Meanwhile, you got 48-foot flat that'll go absolutely insane in South Texas. Because that's all they want. They want 48 flat. They might ask for a 53 for certain pipe loads, but if you got pipe stakes in the 48 foot, you go crazy. Go down to Florida, where they say it ain't no freight. They got crane mat job, Jones Transportation, crane mat operation. That's a gym, crane mat operation. You don't need nothing but a 48, you can do it all day. But you gotta know where you at, how they feel, and what they move, what they need. It ain't about us, it's about what they want done. It's on us to figure out what to charge, because they can't tell us.
Ro Williams just sent $24.99.
Thank you, Ro. Hey,
Ro,
shout out,
thanks for
man.
the super chat, Ro.
No doubt. Y'all gonna mess around and fill all my amount of truck back up for ride back to New York. Yeah, what I'm talking about. Show some love. Show some love. Yeah, what I'm talking about. Show some love, man. I appreciate y'all though, cause it's all love on my end. Ain't no way in hell I be doing this if I ain't had love for everybody on that chat right now on this live video for real.
It's
All
kind
right,
of fun.
I'm gonna go back a little bit to Neil.
Neil.
I booked a load for $27.89 rates per mile for only 30 miles. I asked the broker if he had one just like that going 700 to 1,000 miles.
I don't work like that. Go ahead.
He was crying, laughing.
I said damn near bust out laughing when you said. Hold on. Let's go through. Hey, you guys speak up on them, because this shit right here is real. This a real question, because it don't pay the same.
No.
Why did? And we gonna tell you why though. And I'm gonna let you tell him why, because this short hop king, and he know he done did some longs, he know it don't work like, you wish it worked like 27,000 miles.
I wouldn't be doing short hops.
1,500 miles.
Yeah.
Like 20,000.
Yeah. I wouldn't be doing short hops, I'll tell you that.
Read it real loud one more time.
From Neil, I booked a load for $27.89 for only 30 miles.
30 miles.
I asked the broker if he had one just like that going 700 to 1,000 miles, and he was crying, laughing on the phone. But I'm locked in with them now on future loads.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Now tell him
But
why.
wait a second. He put a load on his trailer for $30?
Yeah, 30 miles. Which is incredible. It's good. $900.
Oh,
Like
wait, okay, I was
like,
confused.
yeah, like not $30 total.
I thought
$30 a mile.
Okay.
It's like $27
Yeah,
something
yeah,
miles.
yeah.
So 30 miles is like
Yeah.
$8.50. And that's what you're supposed to be doing, because basically
Yeah.
that was paying by the hour. You just didn't know that.
Yeah, you got a good look at that.
That was that, and that's the difference. But go ahead and elaborate on why that.
But
shit ain't
how
just-
much time did it take?
How much time did it take?
How much time did it take? Were you stuck at the receiver for 3
See what I'm saying? You really got paid by the hour on those
Yeah.
like that. Like, that's how I charge. Like if it's short like
That's
that,
how I
30
would
miles. 30 miles, I know it'll be an hour at the ship, an hour at the receiver, an hour driving at 3 hours, $190 an hour. Y'all do the math.
Yeah.
$500-$600, I go across that 30 miles.
Oh, absolutely.
I ain't going 30 miles for $200 though. Wait a minute. Go ahead.
You getting flooded over there?
Tie the dealer, $20.
Tie the dealer. Hey, tie the dealer. We ballin', baby. Hey, guess what? Tie the dealer. Nasty dealer. He a nasty dealer. Ooh, he nasty. Nasty dealer. I was a nasty dealer too, boy.
That's Ty. Oh, Ty had a question.
Ty got a
Yeah, we
question.
need Ty's question. Thank you, Ty.
East Coast or West Coast for 48 step?
East Coast or West Coast for 4 days?
I would say
Damn good question.
I would say East Coast because it's a little bit smaller than a 53 and you can get in tighter places. I'd
East
say-
Coast 4 days.
Yeah.
And I run a 53 in California, but it's gonna have to be a California spread. That axle placement gonna have to be at 40 feet back of the kingpin. So from the kingpin to the back of that, to the center of the rearmost axle, it has to be able to slide in to that 40-foot mark. You run California all day, but running California gonna be, and out there around the west, you gonna need a 53 because loads gonna be funny. They ain't gonna be wanting to pay right. And 53 gonna give you the advantage to say I got a bigger trailer, I can carry what you're trying to do, and that'll give you a little bit more leverage on coming out the West Coast, because they sucking balls over there and coming out the West Coast. You tell them I said it.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen you maneuver personally in some really, really tight spots. Nobody would have got the trailer in there
Yep.
but him.
Well, we some drivers over here, boy.
I'm telling you.
These drivers over here, so we're 48 up 53. You go 53, it's all good. It can you. Because one thing about it, you're going to adjust to whatever you drive.
Yep.
You're going to, I don't care if you go get a non-CDL Hotshot, put a flatbed on it, and run a 53-foot step behind it on a fifth wheel. You're going to adjust to how it moves. You're going to adjust where it don't fit, and you'll be able to look at a spot and be like, I can't get in there, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You ain't supposed to be saying that.
Cumberland County Customs.
Cumberland County Custom.
Can you recommend, this is a funny question, because I got an answer. Can you recommend a reputable company to drive for Hotshot? I would love to drive in your company.
CDL or none?
CDL or non-CDL? Who is that?
Cumberland County Customs.
Cumberland County Custom. CDL or non-CDL?
Yep. I got a good company for you for CDL because we're full. So
Yeah, them boys full. There's a tick over there.
Okay, Neil's follow-up question with the 48 versus 53, no in and out in about 2.5 hours in a track.
okay.
Oh yeah, now the traffic count for something too. Now that extra. I ain't lying. He said 2.5 out. And Atlanta traffic. Boy, when you coming through Atlanta, that's an insurance risk in itself.
Yep.
So get what? Yeah, that's about right. But yeah, that really was how that worked. When you talk about 30 miles, you can't really quantify that and say $27 a mile. You'll really say what in the hours you broke it down. You probably made $200 an hour, $300 an hour. That's pretty good.
Cumberland County Customs is CDL.
CDL.
All right.
I got one recommendation. Money Penny Trucking.
Money penny truck.
Money Penny Trucking is taking on new drivers, and let me tell you, that dude knows what he's doing, man.
No doubt.
You're gonna be in good hands over there.
That's a recommendation I stand behind right there, because it seems like that guy knows what's going on. Some people get it.
Yep.
Some people ain't gonna never get it. But when you find somebody that get it, you might want to listen. You might want to holler at them.
Chris Dews asks, what's better for non-CDL Hotshot, fifth wheel or gooseneck?
That's really based on
Preference.
Preference. I mean,
Cars, fifth wheel.
yeah.
Cars, wedge, period. Fifth wheel.
Yep.
Rocking, back and forth, not four-way rocking. You might as well get a ball.
Yeah.
Rocking front and back, and just for the player aspect of it, they do have air ride fifth wheel setups. My homeboy, Manuel had one in his dude, and it was a phenomenal setup. Some boss man, she had two airbags under the fifth wheel. That shit
Yeah.
was- oh,
It adds a little
Cadillac.
but that should be
Cadillac
nice.
shit. Cadillac shit. But like, it's a preference thing. If you want ease of hookup, feel free to. Because you ain't got to be directly over the ball. They got some ball couplers that let you be a little bit off and you can still drop it in the hole. But if you want to just back up to it and bump it and boom, get feel free. And you don't have to use safety change.
Ro Williams asks, is power only loads a good option for guys that are starting out with one truck?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's a good way to get your feet wet and learn how to manage some money. That's gonna be pivotal because your goal in power only is to acquire your own rest of your setup. Like your setup, really, if you're running power only, most time you don't have a trailer, so that's gonna be your main goal in doing power only is to procure your own trailer eventually.
Yeah, shout out CP Steve Miller. He just went through that.
CP Steve Miller, tighten up out there. See, man, it's one of those things where you can get money doing power only. I know some people that made a spectacular living doing power only, are making a spectacular living doing power only. But to control what you charge, you need to come with everything. They can't argue with you when you brought everything. They can argue with you a little bit when you brought the power unit in the drive. They can do a little bit of arguing, but it ain't much arguing they can do when you brought everything.
He asked, how do you get those power only loads? Rose following that asking.
I'm not sure. I personally have never delved in it, but again, shout out
Low board.
CP Steve Miller. Go watch his
Low
videos.
board.
CP Steve Miller's got all that information.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, they say what they want to say. Amazon. It ain't the end all be all of power only, but I say to get your foot in the door, understand lanes and understand how freight works and the wait times that's associated with the dry vans and all that stuff. And they do power only on flatbed. That's some shit that a lot of people don't know. I got a company that I can do some work for right now that's about 12 miles from my house. They preload the trailer, strap down and everything. You run the load and bring them their trailer back and they pay you going both ways. So like I said, I knew it. Like I said, you can make a lucrative living doing it. You got to understand cost analysis, what it's going to cost you to be a power on the truck and figure out if what they're paying is enough for you to sustain with your cost of operation. So like I said, it's a way to make a decent living. You can do it and you can do it as long as you want to. But in the midst of that, learn to manage the money, allocate some money to the side, and you can still be doing power only and procuring trailers, procuring equipment. And you figure out how they feel in your area about certain products, certain commodities, how they pay. You buy a trailer and put it over to the side. Get your rental spot and park it. Get your flatbed, put it over there. Get your grain hopper, put it over there. Get your tractor.
Hotshot Benny got good videos. Just a shout out to
Oh yeah, shout out Hotshot Benny one more time. We do that. Him and his dad. Cause yo, I fuck with him, man. I ain't gonna lie, that ain't it what it is, man. I like hustlers, man. I like folk that get it in.
Yeah, he's good at editing. He's really good at that.
Oh yeah, good video, man. You
Really
got the
good.
editing game. I mean, I'll go a lot of live stuff. I don't lay
I think it took him a while to get his dad on board with what was really going on with the YouTube and stuff like that. And now his dad's like, he's running his shit over there.
Hey, they see them checks and the subscribers start. They like, man, I can pay a phone bill with this and get something to eat.
Neil is asking, for non-CDL hotshot, should we be scaling every load to avoid a violation with DOT most loads? The
Go.
stated weights are incorrect?
Go.
He said the last part of that was that the stated weights are incorrect.
Oh, God, if the stated weights are incorrect and you know it, scale, for sure. But
for real though, just coming out.
yeah,
Just coming out first 6 months, you don't really know how this shit make your truck sit.
Yeah.
How your tires look when they got too much weight on. You know it's heavy, but you don't know. Scare that truck until you learn your truck.
Yep.
Now when you learn your truck, when they sit it on there in their trailer squat like this, you be like, oh y'all get that up off my shit right now. Right goddamn now, call the broker. This ain't 8,000, it's 12,000. I know my tires ain't supposed to be sitting like this.
Yep.
I'd have had to do it, man. They try to slip 16,000 on me.
Me
They
too.
Get what they put 8 on there, and I seen that thing do that, and they come with the other 8. I said, wait a minute, how much this shit weigh? See, the shipper most time ain't gonna lie to you. It's the broker trying to get out on you.
Yep, it's the broker trying to get over
And the
it.
forklift driver ain't got nothing to gain, so he's showing up gonna tell the truth. He be like, yeah, these right here, the other one 8, the other one 8. What you came to pick up? I came to pick up 8. What you trying to put another 8?
Yeah, and they will try to get over on you too, man.
I let them put it on there.
Yep.
Listen to me. I let them put it on there because I had to get proof that what he said. The broker, you know, they really don't want to pay that truck or the non-use. They want to figure it out and
Yep.
figure out how they can screw you. But if
Yep.
you got a scale ticket, scale about 20 miles up the road, I took a chance. I don't know if you want to do it, but I took a chance to prove my point and get my money. And what he did was, I told him since I did head where I did head from, and I came up here and did it, I want $300 truck or the non-use. Get what he did? Divided the load in half and left the 8K on my trailer. I ran there for the same amount of money I had on that rate card. Don't play with me.
There was a super chat for $19.99.
Bowling!
From who?
What
I
they
gotta
doing?
use- I gotta use the bathroom.
Oh, from Measy Hendrix.
Measy. What they doing? He bowling. Measy. I wish I had one of the air horn. Easy.
Cumberland County Customs. Can you post a link to contact you for the consultation, please?
Okay. Can you comment?
Okay.
Comment my cash app. $JBUTLER 357. We're gonna have what Dark Horse to Rain, right?
Dark Horse 2 Rain.
We got Dark Horse to Rain on production over here. I want to switch that camera back. There you go. But hey, we got Dark Horse to Rain. Check the comment that he's gonna drop Dark Horse to Rain in there. It's gonna have the cash app, and what I want you to do is send the $40 to the cash app, $JBUTLER 357, and in the 4 line for your memos, I want you to put your phone number in there. Just put your phone number in there, and I will call you once you see the response. Like if you send it and you put your phone number in there, and you see a thumbs up come back at you, just know your phone finna ring pretty soon. The number will be blocked, but no, it's me. If you got spam blockers and everything like that, before you send your money, turn your spam blocker off so I can get through. But yeah, that's gonna be me.
Soon them consultations gonna be 3 racks.
I ain't gonna never do it to y'all. I promise you. Man, I ain't gonna never do it to y'all because, man, I just don't like it, man. I ain't gonna lie. That's just my opinion. I just don't like it. All that money. It cool. It's information. It's valuable. You can't put a price on info. I don't like it. I don't like it.
J Butler 357.
Yep. Yep. That's the cash up. How long we been on, D?
A long time.
Oh, Lord.
No. I'm thinking.
How many minutes? Hour? It should be at the top of it.
Okay, we got another question.
We've been on 92 minutes.
Ty the dealer.
Tired of deal. Nasty deal.
Partial or full truck with a 40-foot Hotshot Class A CDL. Partial or full truck with a 40-foot Hotshot Class A CDL.
Mix and match, stack and partial. Mix and match that shit though. If it taking 40 feet, it need to be paying a real full truckload money. If you can't get real full truckload money with that 40 foot, you need to piece it together in partials and keep that shit going in the same direction, using the same fuel, and you'll have $5-6 a mile. It might not be $5-6 miles for the whole trip, but when you get one, I'll put one back on and it plays. And space that time out the way you don't gotta rush and kill yourself to put one in that same place. Give yourself a day worth of leeway in case everything ain't looking right. You might have dead here somewhere, but you're still headed toward the goal. You feel me?
Ro Williams. This man know how to charge. LOL.
Ain't no secret.
Hey,
You know?
he said
I charge on consultation. That's good. I know how to charge. Ain't that bad, $40.
He said something really important. He said $40 for some real game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you right now, it's that $40 is worth $400,000.
Yeah.
By the end of the year.
Yeah, by the end of the year, man, just what I'm getting you right now. I had people call and been flipped upside down and shit, $120,000 in debt. And get what? They ain't in debt no more. But you gotta be willing to make the sacrifices to fix the problem. And a lot of times the problem is you. and I like to be self-accountable about a lot of stuff, but get what? This stuff is about you. I can't say it enough. Can't nobody hustle shit like you. If it go up, if it go down, if it win, if it lose, if it fail us and see, it's on you, and you're gonna have to deal with it and live with it. So, you know, hey, I just try to give you what you need. That's the truth.
Any others to stay, any other areas to stay out of other than Florida with non-CDL? Oh
I
yeah.
ain't never got stuck in Florida, but yeah, I guess.
I mean,
You tell
yeah,
about
I
it.
don't-
Talk about it. I don't know.
I don't go to Maine. I don't go to New York.
Yeah, I don't go to New York either, man. I don't. Well, I come to New York again if I come to your house.
Yeah.
For
Maine, New York, New Hampshire, Vermont, any of those
Alright,
upper
good.
states I stay away from. Anything from South Carolina basically down, I don't really go. So basically from the Mississippi over is where I stay. No, I definitely don't go to Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, and those upper states, and I stay away from Florida. That's really about it.
Michael Cuff just sent a consultation. We're gonna have to call you in the morning, Cuff. My brother, we're gonna call you in the morning. Show enough. Look for the thumbs up. When you see it, here I come.
T4 had to go to run. Oh, these people. He ran a crane for freight in the oil field. He missed the response to the 48-foot versus the 53-foot step up. He's out of Fort Worth.
Oh. And it's stepped in 40 verse 53, right?
Yes,
And he's out of where?
Fort Worth.
Fort Worth, Texas. See, that's how you get. Then when you go in and you think back about how they feel in Fort Worth and what they doing in Fort Worth, how much money I made around Denton in Fort Worth, Arlington. See, you know where I'm going. Eh? And that one thing about it. You ask these questions, I can go live every day because shit you want to know, I've been there. 8, 9, 10 times. We want to talk about the Norway about 30. About almost 30 times. Any kind of way you want to go over there, I done went over there. But Fort Worth, man.
Either or, really, right?
I would run a 53. Only reason I would run a 53 in Fort Worth, Texas, because I know for a fact they got AC unit coming out of Carrollton, Texas. I did a video from Carrollton one time. I ran a single AC unit of 500 miles for 250 miles for $1,000. One unit, 4 feet of space. And I put another piece with it, which was one pallet, 400 pounds, 250 miles for another $1,000 right there in that same area. But I would say this, in that area, you're gonna end up with a whole lot of, not so much AC units, you're gonna end up with a whole lot of lumber. Lumber, steel, machinery, deck space is gonna be what you need. You need that 53. In Fort Worth, there's such a variety of combinations of stuff that you can carry. Either it could be scaffolding for platforms for the oil well. You got rigging equipment, and having a larger lower deck is gonna afford you the ability to carry bigger things without using low levelers. Without you can just basically put it on there and go. You more than likely have about 43 feet on the bottom with a 53 foot and a 10 foot top. So you have 43 and 10, 53. So a 43 foot bottom deck will allow you to come through with them containers. Get your container locks put on there. Containers coming through. If you got locks, you can carry a loaded container. In a low profile state. So yeah, 53 over there at Fort Worth, bro.
Mark Welch. Own authority or lease on.
You know how hard you want to work. Go
Yeah, it depends on how hard you want to work. Exactly, your experience.
Period. Cause you're gonna be having everything on your shoulder.
Yeah, because when you lease
you
on,
can't
they
blame
take care of
nobody for this shit.
When you lease on, they take care of all the back office work. You don't have to do anything but get that load from point A to point B, get your next rate con, and be where you say you're gonna be. When you own your own authority, boy, you got all that paperwork, all those carrier packets, calling brokers back to back to back because you're within your
Chasing the
first
money.
90 days. I mean, that's
Chasing
boy,
the
you better be
money.
ready if you get your own authority, especially brand new. It is possible. Obviously, Mr. Butler did it. Plenty of people have done it. But
Yeah, it's a lot of work.
It takes a special person to do that right out the gate.
Ooh, cause they gonna try and make you just quit, man.
Yeah.
I mean, God, believe man. It's boy, waking up with that same energy every day ain't the easy thing to do, y'all.
Timer Transport LLC. How can I learn to bid on loads?
We don't bid on loads per se. It's not a bidding war like it is
You
U-Ship.
shit ain't real. That shit
Yeah.
ain't real, y'all.
Yeah, U-Ship is like that, but not the trucking
Shit,
industry.
really.
I mean, yeah, there's people that'll cut your throat, but the broker will cut your throat, not the people.
There you go.
It's the broker. You call in, you book it for 2 miles,
And somebody call in right behind you
and book it and say, oh,
$1.50.
I'll take it for $1.50.
If your broker's sleazy,
Yup.
you just won't get a rate cut, probably won't call you back. You call him back, be like, that customer canceled the load. No, he didn't. They running that shit for nothing. That's what's going on. That customer ain't canceled shit. Just got moved regardless. Stuff been on the board for 3-4 days, and just cause you want to move the customer, don't be no damn fool.
Neil asks, correct load securement for 25-foot bundle of pipe. Is it 2 straps within the first and last 4 feet? I've been seeing so many different ways of securement.
Most definitely. Most definitely. You're gonna put two in the first 4 feet, 2 in the last 4 feet, 1 every 10 feet inside a continuous load. So you gotta look at the difference they made in the literature on it. So it's different strapping procedures because, like I say, you could have a 40-foot load, 20 feet of pipe, 20 feet of pipe. Out of those 20 feet of pipe, a lot of people will say 20 feet of pipe, 20 feet long, 2 in the front, 1 at the back. That's 3 strap on 20 feet. That's good. That ain't right.
If you can get a belly strap in there too.
Yeah,
you wanna do
that's
that.
just extra. You get
Yeah.
if you can wrap it and secure it and add that strap. But a 20-foot load and a 20-foot load, you're gonna have 1 strap in the first 4 feet, another strap in the first 4 feet. Now with me just being who I am, it's gonna be 1 at that 10-foot mark, and it's gonna be another one at the other 10-foot mark. But because it's not a continuous load, we're gonna put another penalty strap on the back of that load, which you saying at first. And just cause I'm me, I'm gonna put another strap in the middle of that load, probably about 8 feet in. So you'll look a strap, a strap, a strap, a strap, a strap.
And a belly strap if you can
And
get
and leave one of them in the middle of the first one, the last one, we're gonna try and make it go around if it fits. And
T4
pipe
with the
stays on.
$9.99 super
T4,
chat.
what's up, baby? What T4 doing? He ballin'. He ballin'. He motherfucking ballin'. He motherfucking ballin' up here, man. They driving it, man. It may rain up here tonight, man. Yeah. And we appreciate it, man, because we here to help. And like I said, I felt like it wouldn't even be right that that man that drove 1,000 miles come holler at me, kick it with my family, man. My homeboy, Don Horse Rain over here, pre-production. He done came all the way from San Antonio to been in the truck with me 2 weeks. We made like $20,000 in them motherfucker. And we ain't studying no more. Hey, we don't care about what you think. $15,000 truck, $20,000 made in 2. Kill yourself. Oh yeah, we been shopping and so we shopping. Oh man, give shift, man. We gonna put the shift up in the air. We gonna do stitches and revolvers all on top of the shift. Man, we getting money. What the hell? Mahogany. What do you mean? Forever sharp. Forever sharp. Kill yourself. Kill yourself and the folks that talk crazy with you. Hey, for real. Hey, man, when you start stopping and playing around, you ain't gotta be no Peterbilt to have fun.
Okay.
Country motherfucker.
Okay, Neil. I belly strapped with 5 other straps over. Oh, is it overkill? Trying to save time on the clock as well.
Never jeopardize your load over that clock, ever.
He belly strap what?
He belly strapped 5 other straps over. Is it overkill?
To do 5 belly straps?
Yeah.
No, he said 5 straps with a belly strap.
A belly strap with 5 other
Others.
straps.
Oh, he do a belly strap with 5 more straps.
Over straps.
There's no such thing as overkill, first off. There's no over-securing a load.
Open secure ain't even a word.
Yeah, that's
like backhaul. That is not a damn word. over secure backhaul, tell them kill themselves. Them both of them words don't exist, and ain't no such thing as over secure, and ain't no such thing as goddamn backhaul. They tell them to their marriage, hey, what you doing, do what you do, but I'm gonna tell you like this, if that's how you securing it, and you pray for time on the clock like that, you need to find out a method to have your straps ready, and have yourself going, and then they load it up as soon as it possible do it, get on it. But at the same time, just speed up and make sure you do a check before you get in the truck, before you leave, just make sure you did everything you're supposed to do, but time over everything except personal and public safety. We can't jeopardize nothing that might move or come off. That's time well spent. If it take you an hour to do it, goddamn, just take you an hour to do it. I mean, I'm like this. Time yourself and see where you got some slow spots in and where you kind of be thinking when you know, and eliminate that.
Mark Welch with the $4.99.
Well,
Super
Mark,
chat.
we're going hard,
We
man.
appreciate y'all.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all balling, man. Man, y'all make rain up in them motherfuckers. We appreciate it. For real, dog. Hey, for real, I'm like, Piggy, happy birthday, nope. Hey, we appreciate y'all over here, man. We doing them having some fun, man, real talk, and trying to just be informed and let y'all holler at the beach from the east, man. They one of the coolest dude I ever met that do it, man. He reminded me so much of myself. It's ridiculous, and then I done seen it set up. I said, man, he bought my trailer.
Yeah.
You gonna give me the same trailer, huh? And he made money with that boy. I said, man, this dude right here, he ain't care what I care, but get what? They got some respect on their boy name up there in the Northeast. And get what? He do such good work. They know him by name. They call him. He go out, sit out and eat with the folks if he want to. Then he getting his load from. He go probably stay at their house, man. It's love. I mean, it just is what it is. Cause if you don't know nobody, you might not never have none.
I see a lot of the same people too.
Deja vu like hell.
Yep. A lot of deja vu. But that's a good thing. That's a good problem to have.
What we got over there, dog? Horse Brain?
Nothing yet.
And we appreciate you, brother. You over there doing some real good.
It's a team effort.
production. Yeah.
Nigga, what's my other
This is a
brother
real
name?
$1 million channel right here, y'all.
He said, what's my other brother name so I can follow him to shout out to you both?
Dark Horse to Rain. Dark Horse 2, the number 2, Rain. Not rain like out the sky, like rain like a king. Dark Horse, number 2, Rain. All one word. REIGN.
Yeah, Ro Williams.
What road talking about? Road crazy, man.
He said, Haven, you're gonna have everybody showing up at your crib.
Man, hey.
No, not really. I'm the only one I think that's
Man,
ever been.
yeah, for real though. You don't want
He
to
don't
straight.
just bring anybody.
Nah, I'ma shoot a motherfucker.
Yeah, it's not how much you make, it's how you do it. There you go.
Ain't no secret, bro. I
Yeah.
appreciate that analogy right there, because one thing about it ain't what you do all the time, it's how you do it.
Okay. Title Transport LLC.
Tanner! What's up,
Oh, I
baby?
haven't heard from you in a while.
I need
Yeah, my guy Louisiana. I went and hollered at him in person. We ate, sat down and ate,
Oh,
broke
did
bread.
you?
Yeah. Scrimps. Scrimps.
He said, I need to know a little bit more about the safety audit.
You done went through one, ain't it?
Yeah, but that's
You new entrant, though.
how new is he? Is he a new entrant on it?
Is a new entrant or
Ask him.
You got more experience. with
what's
it
his
than
name?
that.
The safety audit?
What's his name?
Safety audits really aren't.
Oh, Tanner. Oh, yeah. He asked me something about that the other day in a video.
It's
Yeah.
basically a formality. It's really not even a big.
It's a check to see if you know what you're doing. Basically, do you have everything?
And if you don't, they'll make what was it called?
I'm like a checklist or something. You go back.
Yes.
Something report. Why am I drawing a blank? What they call that?
A corrective action
Yes,
report.
corrective action
Corrective
report.
action report, you guys. And with your new safety audit and your new entrant audit, that's not a period where they're really trying to blast you. They're really trying to make sure you're compliant, you know what you're doing, you have a really good concept of logbooks, hours of service, safety. At that time, they will allow you to submit everything they're asking for. If it's not quite up to par, which you want it to be up to par, you want to have everything you're supposed to have, but if it's not quite there, they're not really gonna bust your chops. They're gonna give you a correction action report and give you the outline things, and they're gonna expect you to present those in a timely fashion, probably in 7 days, to make the correction needed, and you'll be good. But do not confuse a new entry safety audit with a safety investigation review type of audit. If that is what you're going through right now, they will most definitely bust you on your ass. And they don't give a fuck about what you got going on, what you say, when you were sick, y'all really ain't been running. They want them log books, man. They want them bills of ladings. They want to know where you was. They want to know.
Tyner says, I'm about to start running, so he's talking about safety audit.
Yeah, new entry.
Yep.
Just make sure you got your logs right, your registration right, your bill of ladings. Keep the paper copies. Keep them. If you count every bill of lading, every rate confirmation you have should be screenshot and put on the cloud. They stole my truck with 5 months worth of invoices and BOLs, cab card, and all that shit. I basically got a picture of most of all of it, especially the BOLs and all that stuff. But like I said, just keep record of where you were, what you was doing. You're not doing IFTA for non-CDL, so you're not gonna have to present fuel receipts, but they're gonna want those log books. They're gonna want BOLs that corroborate the log books. Don't cheat.
Yep.
Because it's gonna be a random month they're gonna ask for.
Yes.
It's not gonna be last month when you know you did really good. I can send them last month. In a new entry audit, they will tell you, pick a month of your choice
Yep.
and send it to us.
Yeah.
That's when they being nice. But when it's an actual safety review or something like that, and your safety record ain't quite up to par and they're coming, they're gonna want a specific month from a specific time, and it's gonna be totally random. It's not gonna be the month that you got the violation in that put you over. It's gonna be just any month. And you need all the BOLs for that. You're gonna need all the and if you got your own authority, you got lease drivers and stuff right there. Them boys need to be on their toe. They need to be keeping good record too. They need to have the same kind of log books you have, so you can print out reports and you can turn it in. Cause they always just want yours. They want everybody on that number.
And they're gonna send you a checklist.
Yeah.
It's gonna be spelled out, so.
Checklist stupid long too.
And then the guys that were asking, do I lease on or get my own authority? If you lease on, this is stuff you don't have to deal with. This is all.
But you make sure you keep up with your BOLs
Yeah.
and all that stuff, cause he's gonna call you and say, well, I need your logs from such and such month. I need you to send it to me. Because it's gonna be a part of the safety audit for that number. For that number. Not individuals, not individual people. It's about that DOT and that MC number. It's gonna be everything that's involved, that touches, that encompasses anybody that works there.
So Tyner's asking, when can he expect to get one once he starts running?
Within the first 18 months, it's totally random.
Yeah.
If you wake the sleeping giant and go through that bullshit for your first 3, 4, 5 months, you are being closely watched as a new entrant. You are an authority holder that is completely temporary and disposable until after that safety audit. They can revoke your authority at any given time. You are not a permanent fixture in the FMCSA until you pass that safety audit. So people been running 9 months, ain't never had that safety audit, and they never had to send nothing in. I got my own authority. Yeah, for a moment, just make sure your shit together, because they don't care nothing about you got your own authority. There's a bunch of people got their own authority. They got trucks and everything. Can't move them. Can't move them. You got a lease on after you spend all that money, got all the insurance, start to take your truck off your insurance, close it down, and lease on somebody else, be an employee again. Holla at me.
Julian Hall, how much you save?
This motherfucker don't answer that question right there. Goddamn, all man. How
much
much you
do I-
save, baby?
I know, but it's a broad.
How much you save on fuel? Save out of the load? Save every week? Save
Oh,
every
man.
month? That was
The list goes on and on.
yeah. How you want to answer that one? Cause he's saving, I'm saving.
I
you
save a
saving.
lot.
Ain't none of us smoking rocks. I don't know that.
They said Betty left the building.
They said Betty ain't in the building. Ain't none of us fucking up over here. But
No.
if anything, y'all know we back on somebody doing right with the money.
Yep.
Oh,
I save a lot of money.
Okay.
Hand over fist in many different things. First and foremost, maintenance. I do all that myself. So I save money in maintenance. Number 2, I'm a non-CDL hotshot. I stay the F away from truck stops.
Told y'all.
I do not use truck stops. I don't use their shower. I have my own. I don't use their bathrooms. I have
You
my
got
own.
your own
I
shower.
got my own shower.
I thought I told you.
Propane.
Propane. Hot shower. I thought I told you.
Actually, I lied. The only thing I use truck stops for is water. When I get off the highway quick, fill up my water so I can take my shower, or I get to where I'm going somewhere hidden up in next to Crenlow somewhere when I drop off my load or I'm about to drop off in the morning. If I can't park at the receiver.
Where you sleeping at?
Yeah.
At the well?
At the receiver.
Oh, I thought I told you.
Yeah, I sleep at the receiver unless they don't have parking. I look at it on the map before I even start my route. I look, does the receiver have parking? Can I park there? What's the logistics of that? If I can't do it, I find the closest spot like Planet Fitness that has a bunch of closed down stores or something in that area where I can dip off and park. In a hot shot, you can do that.
You
In a
can't do
semi,
that
it's a
in a
little bit
semi.
different.
It's a little difficult. It's a
So
lot more difficult.
I save a ton of money staying away from truck stops, using mud flat for my fuel.
Mud flap.
Which will far supersede you any amount of money that the fuel card will add a
Mud
truck
flap.
stop
Okay.
conglomerate.
Okay.
So there's a lot of ways to do it. And then on top of that, I use my city double cash and get 2% back.
What we told y'all about that deal?
$150 this month. But I use it on all my personal stuff too. So
On cash back, $150 where you wasn't gonna get nothing back.
yeah.
You have spending and then you pay the bill out immediately and keep the credit score.
Yeah, I do not carry a balance ever.
For what? They be saying, carry, it's healthy to carry.
No,
I don't want
it
to owe
ain't.
nobody. Kill yourself. I look like steady on your money and I got money. What's
No.
wrong with y'all?
Don't carry a balance. Only
Really
thing-
keep it under 30%. We can that motherfucker under 5%.
Yeah. Only use them to get your points and pay it right
Crazy.
off.
Man, crazy.
But
They
2% adds up a lot.
saying It does.
You know.
In the month, this stuff called 2 month money. That's why I be trying to tell people, for people to not understand that you can call and get a consultation for $40, you finna invest $150,000 in something. Kill yourself. You don't want to spend $40, you finna give somebody $150,000 to fuck up.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy out there, man.
I don't care nothing about it. Keep your money.
Nikolai
I'm
Lemons.
out trucking.
Nikolai Lemons. Hey, just wanted to say thank you for all the secure cargo vids.
Okay, appreciate that.
I'm big trucking now, big dog. Hey, will you accept PayPal for a consultation?
Absolutely. We do PayPal. Pay Noble Enterprise LLC.
Again, that's Pay Noble Enterprise LLC.
And the Enterprise spelled with an S and it's singular. There ain't no Z in there. We ain't renting no car.
Hey Noble Enterprise LLC.
Yeah. Dark Horse the Rain will drop a comment with how it is. Yeah, but Pay Noble Enterprise LLC. PayPal.
Yeah, you gonna spend 150 grand. The guy, I saw.
So don't make no sense, do it.
Listen, nowadays a CDL setup is 100,000 before you.
I'm
even,
talking about minimum, man.
Yeah, by the time you get into truck, trailer, load securement, all your inspections, your medical card, by the time you're all said and done, you're 100,000 plus. I remember when I started the CDL setup, you could get into trailer and all for 70,000. You know.
Hold up. Wait a minute. We over here.
You got another one?
Man, it's $900 worth of bullshit over here behind my counter. Straps and egg protectors and bungees and all that for a setup. I ain't even all the way put together yet because we outside the box. But you better have your shit together because this stuff costs a lot of money. It costs a lot of money. And you ain't going to spend it one time because get what? You got to replace them straps when they wear out. You got to replace them chains when you mess around and stretch them. You got all that come in, man.
Listen, we're not even. I saw a comment just now about Enterprise truck rental. We don't do that, bro. We don't have
Hey, man,
nothing to do with that. and
Familiarize,
we'll never have
please
anything to do.
familiarize yourself with this channel. We
Yeah.
don't do that.
We don't
We
do
don't
it.
do
So
that.
anything
No
we're
clown
talking
shit.
about is finance. It has nothing to do.
Finance, we ain't renting shit. We really, Lord knows, I just ain't.
He said he's 100 grand in and hasn't had a load yet.
That's how it go.
Yep.
That's how it go. That's why I offer these 1 hour consultations so you can stop bleeding and stop hemorrhaging money, and you can see something and you can figure out how you can be profitable with your setup in your area. That's why I do these consultations. And, you know, this shit everywhere. Can't nobody hustling like you all, man. Can't nobody hustle this shit like you. Boy, this man goes so fucking hard. Anybody on here that ever did a consultation, throw a comment up there. If you ever had a consultation, throw your comment up in there and tell them what it is and what it do.
Have you seen my setup?
I ain't gonna tell you what you want to hear, but I'm gonna tell you the truth though. And I ain't gonna be wrong about it, I ain't gonna be mean or nothing. But I'm just gonna let you know when I hear your whatever going on with you in your life and where you at and what you doing, I'm gonna be honest with you and I'm gonna tell you the best way.
Tyler, talk to this man. You just need to, y'all need to sit down and talk.
Don't tell her.
Tyler, yeah.
Yeah, we did lunch and everything. Me and Tyler been person down in that back room. Boy, I bad at 350. I wasn't about it.
Hey,
I wasn't about it. But that's bad at that 350. That motherfucker so clean.
bro,
How to
ask
do
me about the-
consultation is $JBUTLER
357.
at Cash App. there was like 2 of them up there. Somebody was asking.
Bro was asking you about propane.
Propane. There's a couple different propane showers on the market. You got one from Coleman. There's one from, I think it's something Boss. I'd have to look it up. I personally use the Coleman one because it's an all one contained unit with a carrying handle on it. And it takes a mini propane tank that you just screw on there and you put the damn hose into the water. It's got a built-in pump right on it. So all you do is turn that thing on and it's hot. What's the Cash App? Again,
$JBUTLER 357. I see tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a bunch of these. Lord have mercy. 4th of July Independence Day, we're gonna show you how to be independent with this money. Now you looking at 2 guys that really don't need no help.
nope.
That's the problem. That's what we try to give y'all some help. Need no help.
Okay, best tires for Hotshot truck Ram 3500.
Boom.
I use the Nexans.
I like them too because they're affordable.
I've never had a flat with them. The price meets the point that you need. I use the Nexans. They do tend to hold stones a little bit, so if you're delivered in places with a lot of loose stone, be careful. But other than that, I mean, as long as it ain't a cheap knockoff tire, it's gonna work.
Right. And on a single wheel, I say the best tire I had was a Firestone 12 ply. It was a good damn tire. Well, it really
Yeah, we're gonna do. It said somebody saw my truck and would like to see. We're gonna go over. There's so much shit that I've done to
baby.
that
Y'all
truck.
gotta come back holler.
It's gonna take us 25 minutes to make that
Man, when I
video.
tell you, man, that man got so much stuff going on, we gonna have to go to the Rumble Pocket space and look at the hook. Well, I might not hook up, but we gonna go over there by the trailer. We're gonna explain how the truck and the trailer work together to make that man's life so much comfortable on the road. This dude really got a role in the apartment.
Yeah.
To be honest with you. Ballin'.
I did it to stay away from truck stops, really. You know, I don't feel
Yeah,
like
you
going
did
in
a
those
good
showers,
job.
even though they are nice showers and they work and shit. But look, if I gotta stop at a truck stop to take a shower at the end of the day, I'm wasting time. I need that bitch on board.
You sitting in truck
What's
stop
the
waiting
best
an hour to get a shower.
GPS for trucking? I say the Garmin
Me too.
Diesel OTR 500.
I'm finna buy one of them.
It's the newest
I got
one.
the old Garmin.
And it's very thin and nice and fits on the dash right.
Cell phone thin. I'm
Yep.
talking like, cell phone thin about that big. It's
Again, that's the
so
Garmin
atrocious.
Diesel OTR 500.
I'm ordering them over soon we get out live. I looked at it and I was like, man, what it did? Like in my GPS. Out the high spot.
Nope.
Live traffic.
It's $JBUTLER 357
Y'all.
at Cash App.
At Cash App. And you ain't gotta put at Cash App. If you got Cash App, just put in $JBUTLER 357. I should pop up. I most definitely should pop up. There's only one. There's only one. If all them boys out there walking that square like Somo to be one time.
So I guess we can wind it down for tonight.
Yeah, we're gonna wind it down, man. It been great, man. But our pre-production guy.
I've asked Jonathan before, what's your opinion on car hauling?
It works on volume. Cars are partials. Cars are
Simple.
partials.
Damn, I missed that one.
Let's see what he said before we get out of here. We don't want to leave nobody out on that one.
Next tomorrow we'll move it closer so we can just.
Charlie, what's your opinion on car hauling?
Yeah, you just
Victor,
did
that's
that.
right. And the next one, Jonathan, make sure to text me tomorrow before you
so I
go
don't miss
live
anything.
so I don't go. Okay, yeah, no doubt, yeah.
Yeah.
T4, I saw that T4, man. I'm gonna get up in the morning pretty early. I'm probably start them about 9:30. and go to probably about 4 o'clock with them, man. I ain't got too much to do. I ain't really doing nothing. We chilling, man. We enjoying the fruits of our labor. I'm showing them how we have a little country fun down here. And,
12 ply? No. 16 ply is what you really want if you can.
on the trailer.
Yeah, on the trailer.
12 ply was what I run on my 2500 for the rear wheels, or when I buy them, I usually buy 4. Y'all seen me 4 on the go. So, 4 12 ply tires, and it's just a little more insurance on a single rear wheel setup when you do have to go a little tongue heavy on the weight. Now, y'all seen me on multiple times have a 6,500 pound tractor at the front of my trailer and a 3,500 pound tractor on the rear of my trailer. 2,500, something like that, pound tractor on the rear of my trailer. But I always encourage y'all to look at that trailer as a seesaw. And when you load something on that trailer, if you know you got something else to put on there that's gonna be heavy, that could counterbalance what you're using, you'll load that 6,500 pound tractor in the position that balances well, and when you get to the next load, you'll move that tractor up and counterbalance it with the tail of the trailer with the second piece. So therefore, there is really not 6,500 pounds on the tongue of that trailer. It just looked like that. Just looked like that. I run 10,000 even, 2 whole load to capacity in my rear axle. I ain't never overloaded. So I know how to balance weight. I be trying to show them on those skipping videos where to put it. I got a formula. It's a simple formula. 1 foot for every 1,000 pound, people, on a single rear wheel. If you got a 7,000 pound load and you got a, let's just say a 35-foot trailer, you're gonna start looking at the front of that load about 7 feet from the rear, from the front of the trailer. And depending on how big the load is, you're gonna divide the size of the load. Let's just say it's 10 feet. You get 2.5, you get 5 feet. You're gonna put the center of that load about 7 feet forward of the rear axle, of the pivot point of the trailer. That's between the 2 tires of the trailer. Go up 7 feet and put the center of the load, the very center of the weight of the load, about 7 feet forward of the rear axle. Your tongue weight will be correct. You'll have enough on there without being overloaded. The front of your trailer will be having space. It will. You need that. Don't shove that shit to the front. I got 20 feet left. Don't do that. Put that load where it go. If it rolls and it moves, and you know you're gonna put something else on there, plan ahead for the counterbalance. Call ahead to the next shipper and ask them, do they have a forklift that can move what you have on there? It's all about planning. It's all about being ahead of the game. Thinking about what's gonna happen next. Don't think about what just happened and dwell on the shit that went down and it was fucked up. You get ahead of yourself, push that shit to the side and keep on moving. Because production dictates that you don't stop regardless of the situation. Fuck what happened. Go on to the next thing. And that's how I roll, ain't it?
Yeah.
That's just how I roll.
Yes.
I ain't dwelling on goddamn thing.
Amen.
I ain't dwelling on shit. Tell them dwell on this money and figure out how to count it. That's what you dwell on. Dwell on the money, figure out how to count it, and realize that the empty trailer make money. A loaded trailer ain't shit. Till they sign for that paper, you ain't give a dime. You better get it there. They don't want to go that way, or I don't want to do this, or this shit ain't gonna work right if I don't secure it. Like, you figure it out and go. As long as it's safe, get your ass over there. You don't put yourself in no position to drive nowhere you don't feel safe. You don't put yourself in a position to have nothing on your trailer that ain't secure, that make you feel safe. If you don't feel safe, don't pull it.
Yep.
If you can't secure it, don't pull it. You gotta ask
I've
somebody.
had them take it right off my
You
trailer.
damn right. If you
Yep.
gotta ask somebody, man, y'all load this every day, how they usually secure this, and they tell you how it's secure, and you do it like they tell you, and this shit still don't look right, put it, take it off.
Yep.
Take it off, add more chains, add more straps, it still don't look right, get that shit off on my trailer. No, nope.
Yep.
Nope.
I've had them do that one time.
Truck order non-use, I don't
Yep.
nope.
Because a lot of times the shippers will try to send the shit out and it's not banded, it's supposed to be banded. It's not on a pallet, it's supposed to be on a pallet.
You
It's
go
not
from
ready
you-
for shipment.
You go from using 4 strap to secure something that weigh 4 or
To
5,000 pounds to trying to touch everything they didn't ban and put 14 straps on a 14-foot load.
Yep. That's my pet
That's
peeve.
not ready for shipping.
No. I pull up.
A lot of
man.
folks don't even know what ready for shipping is. They got this shit sitting in them crates loose.
Yeah.
They ain't got no cover over, they no top on the crate, got 2 bands across the top, and all this shit shorter than where the bands reach. All this shit jump.
And then you ask them, hey, how do you guys usually secure this? Oh, they just put one
Strap,
strap
put a
and go.
strap across
I'm
and
like, boy,
just
you lying.
kill yourself.
You're lying. You're not gonna make it through the scales like that, bro. Nice try though. Take it off.
But hey man, y'all, I'm a post tomorrow when we will go live. There's a lot of stuff going on. We're looking at a lot of things. We're doing some stuff. We're planning some stuff. We're getting some stuff ready for the future. We really want to make some moves that we're gonna make, and we're trying to just really verify a lot of things with the moves that we about to make. See, a lot of folks got $1 million channel because they're trying to figure out how to make $1 million. You looking at two folks that gross well over $1 million. I got my ass on gross $1 million. We did it already. I'm trying to do 10, and I'm trying to keep a whole one. I want it cash. See, that what they don't understand. I want it cash. Fuck the bank and what they got. They suck their dick since they been over there. For real, man, because one thing about it, at the end of the day, this stuff is about you. It's about the debt-to-income ratio. If you can't make the debt-to-income ratio balance out with what you're doing, you're not doing it right. Point blank, period. I don't care who said this, who bought that, who fucking up with their setups and buying new trailers every other week. That shit is not reality.
Of course, we got one that says, "What up, guys? What I miss, man? 2 hours."
Everything. You missed everything.
2 hours.
We finna get off here. You'll be able to go back and watch it, but you missed everything. It's a done deal. It's a wrap. We finna get out of here. We'd have had all my mouth coming down from Rochester, New York, one of the baddest setups you ever want to see. Yeah, we trucking like we trapping. I ain't studying these folks. Man, we spending money over here. We finna dress the FLD. They like, if it ain't a peanut butter, I ain't gonna watch this. Watch this. All I can tell you, watch this. I got a hell of a paint man, too. Watch this. I got a hell of a paint man. It might lay canned on that motherfucker. I don't know. But guess what? It's all good. We might wrap that bitch and just put some crazy shit on there. Do some watch this freight type shit.
Come on now.
You know, so you know we gonna keep on hustling.
Shout out Buffalo, New York. I love it over there. Niagara Falls.
B-Town. B-Town. He
Yeah,
right on the other
I spent a lot of
side.
time in
boy.
Buffalo, man.
B-Town, boy, they got that good grass in B-Town too. When you cross over that border in British Columbia, oh God. Don't ask me how I know. I ain't used to do a lot of shit I don't do no more. Run tell everybody. I used to do a lot of shit I don't do no more.
I don't have Instagram, IG, YouTube, none of that. I don't have any of it. Somebody's asking.
Bruh,
for it.
too busy.
No.
He too busy. That's Show How King. You don't become Show How King appeasing the public.
You running a trucking company or you running social media?
Oh,
Truck
Dog
company,
Horse
social
Ranger. Dog
media.
Horse Ranger had a good ass question. He said, you run a truck company or you run a social media empire?
Is it gonna go to my channel?
You can do both. You can do both. You can do both, but you're gonna have to have some help. You gotta really know what you're doing.
Because the rates are back, yeah.
Raise it back! That motherfucker, man, kid, man, where they went? Man, that man ain't poured nothing below subparses. When? Never?
Over a year.
Over a year.
In 19, there was a couple sketchy incidents, but we were very young. I was young then. So.
19 was a good year, but yeah, it was sketchy because that shit was really, the market really was fluctuating, and once you figured the area out, 30 days later, that bitch was different. You had to really, chase a chick. You had to actually see where the money was going and actually be willing to go.
Yeah, you got to go where the freight takes you
Yeah.
in those instances.
Yeah, and know where you landed at so you can get out. So it's a lot go into it, man. I appreciate y'all hanging around for so long, man. It's been a blessing just to be a service to you guys. I hope y'all got something out of the video. Tomorrow we will be bringing further.
One more question.
One more question.
Oh, he said one more. What this
That's a
is?
good question.
It's a good question. Okay, one more question.
The Partial King asks, have you replaced the stolen Hotshot truck?
Have I replaced the stolen Hotshot? Man, I'm telling y'all, man. Just like I told you, they're one of the hardest running, baddest motherfucking truck the cartel ever stole. And I told you, when they got it, boy, they finna run it many missions. They can run it, motherfucker, 600 horsepower, pull it like a son bitch. And when they get caught with it, they going out road and they jumping through some fences and fields. And get what happened? Laredo, Texas, had them birds up in there when them police got behind them. Get what? They jumped out road. They put them 620 horse to the ground, 1,250 pound torch to the ground, tore the wheels off that motherfucker. I gotta go get it. I'm going holler at Dog Horse Rain. We're gonna get it. And get what? Buy it back from the insurance company because the drivetrain a bad motherfucker. And if y'all want it, y'all buy it when I get it back. Y'all get the whole drivetrain up out there. I think I want 10 band for it. We head studded. we ain't went and did no injector. We seal the wheel in the turbo. VGT brand new turbo from Dodge. We turned around, sold the warranty, went out on, put seal the wheel in. We run about 43 pounds boost in that truck. Y'all do the math. It is 621 pound, 12 foot pound, torque to the tie, verified, by dyno. Y'all get that drivetrain when it come back. I don't want it no more. I'm going dually and put some goddamn American Ford or really some Ford out of old fucking hater and it man.
We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Peace out. Love y'all. Y'all come back and holler at us. I'm gonna post something, let y'all know when I'm coming back through. All my matter. We're gonna do a continuation, show this setup. They got this boy plenty of money and a whole lot of comfort on the road, man. It's a boss ass setup. But until then, man, y'all know what I say about a hater and a man. It's been all my mountain, the beach from the east. And get what? Keep the shiny side up and the green side down. And keep that motherfucker between the man legs and muscles. Y'all know what I say, fuck a hater and his mammy. Grandmammy too. The bitch ain't, these folks ain't raised you right. They ain't raised right, it ain't about your age, it's strictly how you raised. And get what? If they had a raised right, you wouldn't be acting like that.
Run it up.
Motherfucker go live before I go live. Suck a balls, nigga. That's what you do.